claim. West side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, nigga.
The her Gotham Knights is terrible.
Bro, I seen that screenshot and I didn't even attempt.
With the game or the show?
Nah, it's a show.
Oh no, I knew that shit was gonna be bad. When I saw the trailer, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be bad."
Did y'all see how they killed Batman? Not how they killed him, but I just seen the screenshot.
Yo.
My man was in a regular suit, like a suit, 3-piece suit and a tie with a cowl on.
What? Batman in a 3-piece suit. Y'all gonna make me watch just to get a good laugh, yo. Like, this sounds almost as bad as Birds of Prey, yo.
He doesn't want FOMO. He needs to be in the mix. He don't want to miss nothing. My man's like, nah, I'm staying over, y'all. I ain't going nowhere, bro.
How about where like the little brother, right? Now I'm staying up with the big kids.
Yeah. It's funny because I
damn, Red.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and we in his ear right now. He's still not waking up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wake up!
And see, we wanted a highlight video, right? So this is the highlight.
Ooh, that spit came out. That spit came out, bro. That's a little.
Bro, I don't know what happened. I mean, I was talking, and so I just knocked out, bro. Like,
my man was hearing Genuine in his dream, bro.
And I started hearing with Genuine music. I said, I already knew. I said, he's making fun of me. It's over. I know.
Got him!
I'm knocked out, yo. I was like, I was mid-sentence, too.
It started as a whisper. Screamed it at the top of your lungs. We gained momentum.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You made us unstoppable.
for a brand.
We had a vision for change.
Turn it off. Now.
You made it a revolution. We told you we are the future.
Anyone out here watching this new show?
The future is now.
Are you ready?
Disruptors, breaking it and making it.
How we looking? Solid, yeah, real solid.
Dollar bill, y'all.
They love it when I turn up the bass.
Look at this. Look at this.
And that was without even a single drop of rum.
Look at this. Fuck it. I like the energy. Whoa. I'm streaming over here. What the fuck is that? I'm streaming over here.
It's pretty good, Dad.
Right?
All right. Fuck your life.
I don't feel so good.
We're supposed to have 4 Fresh Prince, but I don't know what's going on this
I don't. They got my homie, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. She's an American. If we can get her back, great. But like, bro, that shit is not even a comparable trait.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile?
Can you say Billy Children?
That was perfect. Hey, keep up with me. I'm like that little the tree stump from the Apollo. Good luck. He wouldn't know what that is. Showtime of the Apollo, I know that.
They love it when I turn up the bass.
Growing and more seductive than sex. I can see that.
I'm not fucking riding fucking The Rock's dick either.
Whoa.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
No, let's go.
I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. Yeah.
Yo.
Yo, it was really good, y'all. We made it. We here. Friday. Jeez. It's a cold one, guys. It's cold out there.
Getting colder.
I love it.
It's only cold for like
Got my
2
window
days,
wide
and
open.
then it's gonna start jumping up to like the 50s.
Wait, you got your window wide open?
Yep.
Because they got the heat on. Like,
Yeah, this man's
blast, right?
I want all that breeze that's coming through that window, yo. I need all that.
That shit is not a breeze. Yo, it's like 7 degrees. You guys, if the chat, for y'all that's watching us, New York right now is hurting. We're like 7 degrees right now. I'm sure there's other places that's colder, but for us, it's cold. That breeze is crazy. Fresh Prince, man, let's say you fucked up on your streak, bro. Let's say your streak is over. This streak is over. Oh, man. Yo.
I'm nuts. What the hell did I do now?
I like the new update now because it has the name and then it has the comment at the bottom, but it's broken. It's broken up.
What did I do now? I'm nuts.
Yo, watching that intro again, there's a part where Fresh Prince is dancing. It looked like he did that shit on his own. Like that shit was not even part of the show. Like he recorded himself dancing.
That wasn't part of the show. That was definitely him recording that.
Too clear. That quality was way too clear. So
I was wondering. I was like, that had to be one of the episodes I wasn't here for, but apparently not.
Oh, he said the window's open. Yeah, nah, it's cold, man. Like I made sure I did everything before.
I'm wearing sweats right now.
Nah, man, you don't know this apartment, bro. My room be a sauna if I close this window.
I was like, let me take out all the garbage at 4 o'clock, so I don't have to do it like later when the sun drops and shit. And there was a couple more things I had to throw out before the show started, and I was dying. Not a good time. Wind was blowing crazy. I'm like, oh shit, seeing shit flying in the air. Christmas video. I don't remember that, bro. That image is too clear. You sat there, you staged that. You staged that dance.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember you dancing for no Christmas video, bro.
Nah, you definitely had up, yo. That shit. Even if you was to crop the video, it still don't come out that clear. I mean, it's all good. Like you have to, that's a filler.
I mean, it's good. It fits the video, bro.
I love it. I love it. I just thought about it right now. Like that shit looks mad clear. Oh man. So, anyways, guys, if this is your first time coming across this channel, this is Untitled Live. We talk about all types of shit, pop culture, political shit, current events, all kind of shit. We go left, we go right. So hope you guys enjoy. At the very first half, I would say the first quarter of the show, we kind of do a temperature check because these can go for like an hour.
Yeah, so it takes like half the show.
It's like half the show. So yeah, maybe more than a quarter. So, but yeah, we're gonna do like a quick temperature check. Fresh Prince should be on the panel in the next 20-30 minutes. Do not rush. Don't fucking drive crazy. Just get here when you get here. Chris looks like he's just a floating head right now.
All that black you got going on there.
Yeah, man, I'm in a dark place.
Oh, okay, all right. It's different.
I just got tired of the old wallpaper, and I couldn't find another one, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna leave it dark."
Oh, the father-son video. Okay, I got you.
Okay. Oh man, so I mean, I could go first. My week wasn't too crazy. Watch a couple of things. Was really kind of like processing a lot of the shit that we talked about. Like, I know you guys were not on the panel, but we did like a quick show regarding the DC slate that's happening in the next 3 years. So I was kind of like processing that and trying to like do some research before I start talking about projects. There's certain things I don't know about. A couple of characters I really don't know, and so I'm like trying to like brush up on that kind of stuff. So when it does happen, I know what I'm talking about. I did watch National Treasure. That show continuously shows that I'm like it. When I think that it's going somewhere, It doesn't go that way. Like it's not predictable, and it's getting better. Even though we got like one episode left, this episode is really solid. What else did I watch? Today I watched Plane. It's just called Plane.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
Yeah,
Luke Cage and Leonidas in that movie.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's like the synopsis is like a plane that goes down in the Philippines, and it's like it's crazy. It's the Gerald Butler gets these projects that like people really don't give a fuck about, but they really good, right? When you sit down and watch them, they fucking good. Like Fall Olympus and all those kind of that whole trilogy of movies he got going on with that. But like those are pretty good, and this one's pretty good too. I really enjoyed it. Yesterday, so for the last couple of days, I would say the last couple of weeks, my car has been dying. Right, it needs a jump start. And I'm like, yo, why does it not need a jump start? Like in my head, I'm like, this car is not that old. But then I start thinking about how old it is when it comes down to batteries. And like batteries normally last like 5-6 years. So I'm like, yeah, it's about that time. So I'm looking up batteries. Batteries are like, for my car was like $400. So I'm like, man, I don't got that right now. So yesterday I was trying to get a jump because I have one. My brother-in-law let me borrow one of his it was like a portable jumper shit, which has been a lifesaver. So as I was jumping, I was waiting for the car to get enough charge to get a boost. Some guy comes up to my car, some random dude. He was like, "Hey, what do you get that top cover for your car?" Like, I have a big Thule case that Stinky calls a boat on top of my car. And he asked, he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm going online and I see that this particular model is like discontinued, and the ones that are selling are selling for like $900. I'm like, that's crazy, man. So I probably paid like $600 for it, like 4 years ago. And he goes, damn, man, if you wanted to sell it, man, I'll give you 500 bones right now. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the 500. Yo, legit. It was the most smoothest, nonchalant fucking transaction ever, right? Like, yeah, go ahead, take it. Like we did the whole shit and just transferred it to his car because he already had the rails already, and just transferred it, and he just gave me the fucking money right then and there. I'm like, oh, good. I said, it looks great on your car. It looks way better than this does on mine because he has like a bigger, he has a Jeep. I was like, cool. But now looking at my car now, it looks mad small and it looks super like.
Naked?
It looks naked, bro, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I could do it. But anyways,
you still got the rails on it?
I took the rails off. So it's like, it's. I got to take it for a car wash because it's super dirty because it's a spot that has been like not used. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Wait. So, did you use the money to get a new battery?
Oh no! So all right, no, I didn't. I didn't.
That's where I was going. I was like,
no, you know what? Thank you for because it was a continuation. So today I tried to start my car. It didn't want to start. Even with the booster, it was giving me a hard time. So I finally got the boost. It took like 2 hours. I'm like, fuck it. I'm buying a battery today. So I went over to AutoZone and I looked at the batteries. I'm like, would this fit? Whatever. Should I get this will fit? This fits your car. And it was like $270. So I'm like, all right, cool. Bought it. I said, do you guys install it? She's like, nah, we don't install them yet. I'm like, fuck. I'm not really good with like electrical shit. So I call my brother-in-law. I'm like, hey, listen, I might need your help. Is this like super like annoying to install? You're like, nah, it's not annoying, but it's like you want to pick the worst day to possibly put a battery in it. It's fucking cold. I'm like, yeah, I know. But yeah, I guess I figure it out. No lie, bro. I did that shit myself. It was the most scariest fucking experience ever because I'm like, I don't want to get shocked. But then I was like, I just remember what he said like a couple of weeks ago when he was installing like new outlets in my house. He's like, you should always go like take the positive off first, take the ground off first, then take the positive, and then when you put the battery, when you put the electricals back together, they work in reverse. So negative off, positive off, and then when you put it when you're done installing, then you go positive then negative. So I was able to do that shit. It took me like 20 minutes. That's pretty much it. So my car, and mind you, I didn't realize it, but I guess like when I start the car, it starts like immediately. Like press the button, hit the brake, turns on immediately. But the whole time it's been like sluggish, but I never knew it was sluggish. I thought it was just normal. It's like, wow, my battery was dying for a while. So other than that, that's it, man. That's been my week. Battery problems and cold. What about you, Soul?
Week's been okay. The past since Wednesday. Wednesday I had to leave work a little early and drive to New Jersey, and my sister had a little mishap, and so I had to go to New Jersey, help take care of her.
Oh, she all right?
Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. It was one of those like you're getting old type moments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like something shifted or cracked that it wasn't supposed to shift or crack. And
is it knees?
Yeah.
Is it a knee thing?
No, it wasn't a knee thing.
Oh, okay. You know, Puerto Ricans have knee issues.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was in the hospital, so I had to go take care of the dog, and then
the dog that you fucking killed, hypothetically. Yeah.
No, not that dog. The other one, the big one.
Oh, and that's okay.
But he's sick because the dog is sick. So he got kennel cough, and he also has like boogers just dripping out his nose.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I had to go take care of him, and then she came home from the hospital, and I stayed the night because she couldn't really move too much. And then I worked from home the next day on Thursday. So then, and then today I finally came home. So it's been all right. Work hasn't been too crazy. They're gonna finally have like a class for us to take the second exam for the Apple cert. So hopefully I get that certification and I feel better about myself.
I feel better about myself.
I saw The Last of Us. I watched it. Really good. Third episode was a tearjerker. That was really depressing.
We're gonna get into that. That's one thing I forgot to mention in my week. I've watched that too. We're gonna talk about that later.
We're not gonna get into it now, but I watched The Last of Us because you guys been talking about it, and I felt a little left out. So I was like, all right, let me watch this. I watched it. Let's see. Did I watch anything else this week? No, I was rewatching Wakanda Forever last night, but then I fell asleep. I was watching it really late. Like I went to bed pretty late.
Yeah, did that too.
So yeah. I think that's really it. And then for like tomorrow, I was talking to the card shop owner, and I was telling him about I was like, you never do like live streams, at your shop like some of the other shops do. He's like, no, it's been talked about. Some, a lot of people, they want us to start doing that. And I showed him a picture of my setup for years. I was like, I got the equipment, so you want me to bring it by and set it up, so we can test to see how it works at your place. I can do that. And he's like, yeah, definitely. Let's try it out. See what it's like. And I was like, okay. So tomorrow there's like an event going on called the Sneak Peek event for Yu-Gi-Oh, where they before the actual release of the new core set of cards, they have like a special tournament and stuff like that to kind of like preview the cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take the setup tomorrow to his shop, set it up, and live stream the event.
Big teams.
My man is things, bro. Like I like your little opportunist shit right there, yo.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is I'm gonna be like, yo, I'll take payment and store credit because I'm gonna end up spending the money here anyway. So try to get some free cards and shit.
He about to be the Team Spooky of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling card world, yo.
Yeah, so see about that. I'm kind of like why it had to be tomorrow, because I'm doing the setup at his place tomorrow, but then another car shop is having 3 voice actors at their place from the series. There's the voice actor of Joey Wheeler, voice actor of Pegasus, and I forgot who the other one was. Tristan, Joey's like best friend, the voice actor for him. They're gonna be at the other car shop in Brooklyn, and I'm like, fuck.
Hey man, go where the opportunity is.
Yeah,
man.
So, I would have liked to get a Red Eyes Black Dragon card signed by the voice actor Joey, but yeah, I already have a card signed by the Pegasus voice actor.
Well, these are sacrifices you're gonna have to deal with, man.
Yeah, but
a little bit of you wants to like kind of ditch it.
I kind of want to ditch it, at least for like a few hours, and be like, I'll be there soon. But yeah, we'll see.
Man. You have a big opportunity to like put your name out there in the card streaming world, yo. So I think you should go with the opportunity, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I made pre-commitments, so, and he usually he hooks me up, when I'm like trying to get something like exclusive that he may not get a large number of, he always like puts one on the side for me and shit. So yeah.
Yeah, man, you got to go for those underdog stores, man. They'll win.
His store is really nice. I think it's the nicest card shop out of all the card shops. But it's very spacious and very nicely put together. But the other one is just the one in Brooklyn. It has more of a name out there at the moment. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
it should be fun.
You start bringing recognition to that store you're going to now, then you might get those voice actors to come out there.
Yep.
Facts.
Especially they find out you streaming live card events and stuff in there.
For free.
People definitely gonna show up, yo, because you streaming. Just the fact that they hear you streaming, people gonna show up to that card store, yo. Like,
yo, he's streaming for swag, bro. That's what it is. He's streaming for swag.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for swag.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, that's good, man. That's it. That's it for your week, man. That sounds good. Sounds very hectic, but I'm glad you're home. Glad your sister's good. She's healthy.
Word up.
Yeah, that's very important. What about you, Redman? How was your week? Any crazy?
No crazy. Well, it was one crazy shit, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't do nothing.
It wasn't his fault,
bro.
When you start
I was sitting behind my desk, minding my business on a Thursday, and dude just come out of nowhere and say, "What the f you looking at, son?" Talking to me. I'm at work. I'm at work. I'm like, I'm looking around to see who he talking to. He said, "You big man, what the f you looking at, yo?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm not even looking at you. What the hell?" I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you, bro?" I said, "I'm not even looking at you." He said, "Nah, man, after that shit, yo, you catch all the smoke that this company will catch, man. I don't give a shit about nothing." I said, "You know what? Have a nice day, boss. Have a nice day." I just kept saying, "Have a nice day." I already know he ain't gonna do nothing, so I'm not gonna sit there and argue with the nigga. So have a nice day. But that was it. That was my mild interaction with Crazy for the week, yo.
My man wanted to go to jail. That's probably what it was. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to go to jail.
Some people just want to, I don't know, guess blow steam off on somebody. I guess he chose me, but as long as you don't touch me, you can say whatever you want. Just don't touch me.
I mean, in stature, guy was probably like what, half your size, probably.
Yeah, I was sitting down, so I think that's why he felt the courage to like.
Were you sitting down at the time?
Yeah, I was sitting down behind the desk.
Yo, he realized.
Yo, if he had the same chair from like back in the day, it makes him look that little behind the fucking.
Yeah, because when we're behind the desk, we look small, and then when we stand up, because even sometimes the other Eastern, the Jamaican Eastern that we got there, Paul. He be like, "Yo, BJ, stand up, let him see your size. Stand up, let him see your size." When a thief is like coming towards the door, he be like, "Stand up, let him see your size. Stand up, let him see your size." So I go stand up, and they go look like, "Oh nah, I don't want to go steal this no more." Let me back. So Yeah, that chair does make it look small sometimes, yo.
Damn, that's funny.
Yeah, it was. Other than that, man, the week been quiet. There's nothing really going on this week. I started watching Hunter x Hunter because I realized I'd never seen an anime before.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so far I'm really like drawn into it, and I'm only in the first season, and I didn't even finish the Hunter games. That I'm on like the third part where they gotta like steal each other's the number badges from each other and stuff. Some shit like that.
Did you ever watch the original?
No.
Yeah, there was like an original Hunter x Hunter anime, and this is like a revamp.
Oh, okay, so I'm probably watching the revamp then.
Yeah. If it's like the one on Netflix, yes, that's the revamp. Definitely much better than the original. They kind of.
Well, yeah, I like Gon. I like Gon. Gon is becoming one of my favorite anime characters. Real quick, pretty funny kid. I watched National Treasure. I watched The Last of Us. Pause. I was watching some shit on Netflix called Roman Empire. It's like this. It's called like a docu-series. What it is like, it's like a documentary, but they mix it up with like acting into it. So like, you have documentary, but you also have the acting people playing the actual figures from the Roman Empire and doing like a whole acting scene and stuff like that. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm gotta start my Vikings Valhalla because they came back for season 2. I gotta watch Alice in Borderland season 2 as well because that came back for season 2.
Oh yeah, I started watching that, and I think I only saw like the first episode, but I definitely gotta catch that.
Yeah, I gotta get back into that. Was about to go to the movies today, but then like I got tired because my mother had the person that she hired to clean the apartment up. It was taking forever, so I didn't end up not going. I just stayed home watching like Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that. And I was just chilling. This week was pretty quiet. Oh, also, I did a little more research into the Song of the South movie that I was talking about earlier, last week, and to find out the movie's not even racist. I don't find the movie remotely racist at all. Yo, like the dude that everyone is claiming that Uncle Remus is a slave. He's not even a slave. He's a free person. He lives on the plantation, but he lives on the plant like he owns the house that he lives in the plantation. It's like he lives on the house plantation, but it's his house. It's not like, he's living here and he's doing slave labor. Actually, it's the events of the movies after the Civil War, so there's no slaves.
The plot
He's not playing a dumb black person. Like, you know how they portray black people as the dumb people, doing dumb stuff. He's not doing any of that stuff. All the black people that you see in the movie are very intelligent, and they're I mean, they talk with the Southern vernacular, they talk with the Southern slang, but other than that, they're very intelligent. He just goes around, he tells stories. He see the little white kid get into some troubles, and he tell him story about the bear rabbit and how he got himself out of troubles and stuff like that. And the kid takes like the story for inspiration on how to deal with his issues that's going on with him in the plantation and stuff. And even near the end of the movie, Uncle Remus leave the plantation. Like, what slave person, is able to leave the plantation on his own free will? Never in history. So I mean, I think people just got that movie all wrong, yo. So I feel like Disney should release. I feel like Disney should release it. I don't find it racist at all. I've seen way more.
Did you like watch it, or were you just reading up on it?
I watched some of it. You can watch some of it on YouTube. You got to piece it together. Like if you can piece the whole movie together, you find the parts and stuff like that. So I had to like watch it in broken up parts, the whole movie.
So original movie came out, then they stopped it, right?
Yeah, I think around 1980 something. In the 80s, they put it in the vault and never released it again.
Wow.
Yeah, so they closed. That's why they closed the Splash Mountain ride, because they feel like it's a racist ride, but nothing's racist about the movie at all. I don't find anything racist. I feel like it's an overreaction. Like people who just probably never did their research or see what the movie's about. Matter of fact, the dude who played Uncle Remus in the movie won an honorary Oscar for the movie for that role that he played. And that's Walt Disney called the Oscar committee and said, he should be nominated for Oscar. And I think a couple people called the Oscars and say, the Academy, and say he should get an Oscar for the role. But back in those days, they didn't give Black people Best Actor Oscars, so they gave him an honorary Oscar for his role in the movie. So he was the second Black person to get an Oscar after Hattie McDaniels for the Gone in the Wind.
Damn.
This is my man dropping the knowledge over here.
No, but I like the fact that because I think people were commenting on the video that we put up, and like it causes the discussion. To go back into it, learn some more shit, and then come back and revisit. So that's the whole point. That's the whole point of like us doing these conversations about certain topics, man. Like we don't know the whole story.
I'll be totally honest, I totally feel like nothing should be banned. Like I feel like even no matter like how like I feel like nothing should be banned, even if it's bad. Like if you don't agree with it or something is bad that you're against, I feel like nothing should be banned because this is knowledge for like everything to come out. Like you don't know the real deal about stuff if it's held back from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Makes sense.
I don't know if I said it right or it makes sense, but for the regular folks out there. But I'm just saying that like you don't learn anything from like holding yourself back from anything. You gotta like be open to like read different stuff.
Yeah,
even stuff that you don't agree with.
The fact that the movie's like kind of vaulted up is not readily available anywhere. Now you're playing telephone over decades. Where someone's gonna interpret it one way, while others interpret it a different way, and now the stories all mixed up. It's not the actual facts because here, as people thought the movie was racist, Red just came out and just said, "Nah, that ain't racist." He went back and should have found it out. Like it's not. So.
And I kind of like the songs that they got in the damn movie too. The Zippity Doo Dah song, the Zippity Doo Dah, and the Zippity Doo. They have a Zippity Doo Dah. They got the How You Doing song. Like, how you do? Pretty good. Show is your bone, bro. It's like, these songs are catchy. Like, I'm like, there's a lot of good songs out there that they're blocking people from learning.
Yeah, it's a part of. Even though it's entertainment history, it's still part of history, right? So like you should be able to go back to these old films and watch them, and just if it is offensive, like it's art, you know what I mean? If the movie's not made in malice, then it should just be out, But
and like I was saying in the last thing, the Brer Rabbit story, that's actual like stories that were being told during slavery times, like. Those are true like African American stories. So I mean, for us not to be able to like experience those stories because people are misinterpreting them the wrong way, it's like kind of sucks.
Yeah. Where is he?
Well, they'll re-release it sometime in the future.
Hopefully, I mean, you can get it overseas. It's just banned in the United States.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Europe and the rest of them you could get a nice like probably England version.
Ooh, I'll find it. I'll find it.
I'll find it.
A little
I'll find him.
Okay, Zod over there. I'll find it.
Little Pirate Bay.
Yeah, I'll find that shit. So funny thing. So fact that I have a little more time to kind of like think of new things to do with the program and take our long form videos and break them up into small pieces. As you guys see, if you guys have seen it in chat, we have a whole bunch of clips that we've been releasing after the show. Has been doing really well. So I want to give a major shout out to y'all for
You've
supporting.
been releasing, so shout out to you for all those edits.
No, but it's us. We a team. So, bro, the video with Chris and his celebrity crush has 1,000 views, and our subscriber count went from 172 subscribers to 389 subscribers.
Oh, that's crazy.
Major shout out. So we
broke that 300 barrier, huh?
Yo, we went 233 subscribers in one fucking week. So
we had to do is sacrifice Toby.
So yeah, so we moving in the right direction, man. So we almost there. We almost there. The eyes. No, it's we need the. We want to get monetized. We want to get ads and shit like that because the ads will help us pay the bills. That's there's upkeep to this. So we need 1,000 subscribers, and once we had 1,000, we can apply for monetization. So that'll be coming very soon. If the way it's looking right now, shit, it can happen every time.
I mean, sacrificed Toby a few times.
Man, that video had me dying, man. The Toby video.
That was funny.
Yo,
that was a funny video.
That had me dying. Like putting that together had me in tears, bro. That and the fucking Teen Wolf stuff had me crying. So yeah,
bro. When I saw the ending, and he said, "I'm not gonna show the ending." I'm lying. I said, "Yo."
Yeah, man.
I could never noticed that shit, yo. Like, yo, that's crazy. I've seen that movie how many times I never noticed that, yo. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, it was because of the low quality video that we used to get back in the day.
No, I think
they're from the future. They know, like, hey, nobody's gonna notice until like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. That might. Yeah, it's funny because I was watching the Wizard on TV the other day. You guys remember that movie with Fred Savage and his brother, his half brother? That was like he didn't speak because his sister died, and he was like a genius in playing these games, like Nintendo games. Remember this shit? Nah, no.
It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
It's like they show the Power Glove in the game. I think that movie premiered like Mario Brothers 3 for the first time on that game, and then he was able to come.
And there was like a tournament in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what movie you're talking about. I know
Vegas or California because he kept saying California. That was the only words he would say. So in the movie, and I think what you're saying is correct because when I used to watch it, well, maybe because I wasn't looking, but if you watch it, the kid that has a Power Glove, his entourage of people. If you look on your left hand side, the guy with a pink shirt and a mullet, it's fucking Tobey Maguire. He's like 8 years old. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah. I was like, holy shit. Toby fucking man. This is his first role.
Wow.
I was like, damn, man. So yeah, man. So back to like the subscriber count, man. Thank you so much. Something happened. I don't know what it was. I'll take it. So I'm happy about that. I'm very excited. So a couple of things. I kind of wanted to wait for Fresh Prince to get here so we can talk about the DC slate. Because I kind of want, because it's been about almost a week, and I kind of want to revisit this conversation, but he's not here yet, so we're gonna hold off.
Over 20 minutes. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, we're gonna hold off on that. Oh, yo, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
I'm watching, and he shall appear.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
I'm here. I was getting ready, but I'm here.
Yeah, all right. So you here? So we kind of wanted to dive right back into this whole DC slate because we had like some days to kind of sit on it and kind of like, because I know a lot of the initial reactions were like, you know, I would say for me, it was more brash, but the whole like Supergirl movie, I was really pissed off about that because I felt like it was too close in time where DC kind of like got rid of Henry Cavill, and like that was supposed to be his movie, and like given to someone else is like it was like kind of it was still fresh for me. So I was like I was tight. I was like fuck that shit, fuck that. So nothing against Supergirl. I'm sure that her comic run was amazing. I know there's a fan base for that.
I'm still against it. I'm still against what
that was a good run though.
It is a good run.
A Woman of Tomorrow was a good run.
The DC website and everywhere else, like I guess people want to kind of brush up on their comic book reading. So like those books are sold out everywhere and they going for mad bread. I was able to cop a couple just to kind of like because I don't really know her story as much. I know like of story because I'll watch other people explain shit, but I haven't read it myself. So I might give it a go.
Yeah.
So for Red and Stinky, did you guys hear about the slate that's coming out?
No, I did not. I was gonna ask about that.
Okay, so James Gunn, this was on what day was this? Wednesday?
Wednesday,
Tuesday. Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. So Tuesday he had like a little kind of an announcement. He
presentation.
Said, presentation. He announced it early January. He said, hey, by the end of the January, he's gonna release what he's been working on. Right? He didn't release the whole 10-year slate. He only released the 3-year slate. So starting 2025 is when things are starting to move forward. So with the slate he has, right? He talked about the Amanda Waller show. And this is gonna like have Viola Davis come back as Amanda Waller, and this is gonna just follow her story, which I'm not really upset about. I'm like that. Her stories are crazy, right? They could do something with a story. If it's gonna have the same Peacemaker kind of like world building, it's gonna be fine. And Amanda Waller,
you missed what he said?
Huh?
So Peacemaker's gonna be in there helping Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Peacemaker's world.
I'm just saying.
It's gonna be people. Team Peacemaker.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, as long as it's sticking to that formula, it's gonna be great. So you have Superman, and then you have the first movie that's gonna kind of kick things off is gonna be Superman Legacy, and Superman Legacy is pretty much like it. Again, it's a story that's been told already numerous times. It's about him learning about his heritage and all this kind of shit. And me and Fresh Prince was talking about this shit. Well, he actually brought it up. He was like, what if this story is about like him passing over the mantle to like a Superboy? I'm like, didn't even think about that shit. Because automatically when you hear legacy, you think of a story being told to someone about previous things, right? So like, what if he's telling these stories to his son about his Kryptonian heritage? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That'd be kind of stupid because you got rid of Henry Cavill because he was too old. But now if you have a Superman that has a child, he's going to be around the same age that you got rid of Henry Cavill. He could have just played.
I think this is that older actors play younger roles all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill does not look that old.
Yeah, and you could de-age, right? You could do all the shit like they spend all that money getting rid of his mustache and the original cut, or the Justice League,
like, yo, your mustache costs us too much money, man. We can't afford you.
Well, I thought the first movie was The Flash.
Oh, the Flash, the Flash, because the Flash is already in the can, right? So the Flash was already. This is like filmed before James Gunn's whole idea. But I think they're gonna tweak it where it's gonna like set off the reboot process, like the soft reboot, and because there's still be characters that's in this world, right? But the actual his plan, his kickoff of they're not using the name Phase. They're not saying Phase, and they're not gonna be like Marvel. It says Phase 1, Phase 2. This is gonna be Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. This is gonna be the first.
Because I know they said this one. He said Flash resets the universe, and then Aquaman 2 comes out, and then Aquaman leads straight into whatever Superman's going to or whatever. That
Yeah,
shit.
but these movies were filmed before James Gunn, so like he just using those as kind of a kickoff. But these movies
they're all a part of the universe. Like those 4 movies that are coming out are a part of the universe going forward. But as far as like Fresh said, kicking off the universe, like yo, this is where we going forward. It's gonna be the Superman Legacy movie.
Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know how. Like, this is gonna be another 2 years from now. This movie is coming out 2025. All right, this can be easily fucking delayed, to 2026. Who knows? But like, whenever it's like DC saying they're gonna release something in a certain time, it never comes out. Right, so that's it for that. Another TV show they announced is The Lanterns.
The Lantern.
We heard the story before. The 2 space cops. You can have Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart. But what James Gunn kind of like said was like this is gonna be like a kind of a True Detective-esque with like space cops. So I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good because I like True Detective. Well, first season.
Did anyone notice that like when he showed the pictures in the background of Hal Jordan and James Stewart, that like they had Hal had the green ring and James had the yellow ring.
Oh,
I think it was just the colors. I think it was just like the colors of the.
That shit look yellow to me, man. I don't know, bro.
Yo,
it was wasn't it like gold? It was like gold, right? Wasn't it like gold shaded or like brown or something like that? I don't think that's what they're trying to say.
I'm not saying that's what they're trying to. But I'm just saying the picture. It looks like a yellow ring.
Every photo that he added was straight from a comic. Like it was not something he drew on his own. Like the whole.
No, I know.
I don't know. I don't remember the image. I just know.
Because I know the lantern. No matter if you're a lantern, they all have the same image on their ring. It's that same little circle with the. But the James Stewart ring had a different symbol on it. It was the fear symbol.
So you were looking at the actual ring or just like the color of the poster?
Bro, let me see if I can find this shit, yo.
Because that's what I was saying. I seen the color that you were talking about, but I didn't look at his ring, and that would be kind of crazy to me if that's what they're trying to do right now. That's bugged out.
Gee. I'm sure
that would already be starting off wrong if you're gonna give him a yellow ring and then we got no Sinestro. Like this what we doing?
The lantern.
Yeah, I mean the image is yellow.
Yeah, I remember the pictures being green and yellow.
Yeah, I didn't kind of piece that together, but yeah, his is green and his image is yellow.
You got the image?
Can you see the ring on it?
I'm trying to find it.
Nah, you can't see the ring on it. But I'm gonna put it here on the chat. I mean, not in the chat, but in the Windows key. So that's
the yellow background.
The yellow background and then the green background.
Yeah, I remember the picture. Yeah, I didn't even think about that because that would be so deep.
That flew over my head 1,000%.
When I saw it, oh shit, they gonna give it a yellow ring? He's gonna have the yellow ring?
That shit legit. Like right now, I'm like, I don't remember the image.
That's why I better not do that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy for them to do that because then there's just kind of it creates the divide, right? I guess.
Yeah, and then you're making Jon Stewart the one that I think the majority of us have been waiting for the longest of time. You're gonna turn him into a villain? Like, nah, that's kind of crazy.
Unless he meant this is gonna be a good cop, bad cop show. Like,
but I mean, don't get it wrong. Even though yellow is fear, yellow don't mean you're necessarily a villain.
Yeah, I mean,
remember Batman got the yellow ring, and he's not a villain.
Batman's a villain, bro.
He's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero is a villain, bro. Yo, whenever I hear that shit, it's funny. I was watching the DC Pets, and they got into that whole like anti-hero shit because the end credits they had the whole Black Adam shit. He's like, that sounds more like a villain. He's like, I'll kill you. That's something a villain would say. Yeah. So,
I mean, Batman don't kill, man. So I don't know. He put the fear of God in you, but he don't kill you.
So, yeah, I mean, see, that kind of throws everything off, right? With the whole Lancer shit, like you just.
I don't think they're doing that though.
But like, no, I mean, listen, I don't know, man. That sounds crazy. That shit.
They could use any other image of Jay Stewart with a ring, man. I don't know, but they chose the yellow background. I don't know. I'm just saying.
My whole
Red,
shit right
red,
now.
red trolling out here. Man.
I'm not trolling. That's what they that's what they presented. I'm looking at it. They could have put any other picture with him having a green
I tell you right now,
ring.
if that's the direction they going, this shit is already headed downhill.
So there's
it might be fire though. Why are you hating on it already? Give it a chance.
There's rumblings happening online right now because a month back when James did the whole he's starting everything over. He was talking about having Ben Affleck come to direct. We spoke about this in a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
They are saying that his project is going to be Superman.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about Ben Affleck directing Superman?
I'm okay with it. Ben Affleck is a good director.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's done action movies before too, because The Town is fire.
Yeah. I just find that weird. I don't have a problem with it. I agree with everything I just said. I just find it weird because if you know Ben Affleck, Batman is like his favorite superhero of all time. So to me, it'd be weird that you wouldn't give him a Batman movie to direct. Like, since you're gonna have a new Batman in the universe, like, give him that one.
Or the fact that Ben Affleck is more or less like he likes to direct and write. So for him to not write a film that he's directing, because he stated that James Gunn stated that he's writing Superman. Like he's gonna be the writer for the movie. So it's kind of like, but mind you, this is all fucking speculation, right? But they are blowing up on Twitter right now that Ben Affleck is directing Superman because they're gonna start. This movie's coming out in the next 2 years, so directors are gonna be announced very soon. It's gonna happen.
The one I'm worried about, I feel iffy about, is Batman's movie.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, especially.
We got you.
So the next I believe this is gonna be a movie. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fresh Prince, The Authority. Is this a movie or this is a show? I think this is gonna be a movie.
I think it's gonna be a movie. I don't remember him saying.
I can double check. I can initiate our fact checker real quick. So The Authority is it's just a band of just characters that's I don't know too much about. I know that there's a Superman type of character and there's also a Batman type of character in The Authority, and that these two are kind of lovers, and I don't think people are ready for that.
But that's crazy because I was trying so hard to figure out what that was when he announced it on Wednesday, and then I figured out my shout out to my boy Drew. This is one of my older brothers, you know what I'm saying? And he told me about these people so long ago, and I'm like, yo, I never heard about this before. He's like, yeah, they got a Superman character and a Batman character, and they in a gay sexual relationship or whatever. And I'm like, nah, I never heard of that. But this is classic comics though. So yeah, people might feel a way, but again, this is one of those things where this is the source material. You can't jump up and start screaming at woke shit. This is the source material you got here. So
yeah. So this band of characters are pretty much they fuck the government. We our own shit.
It's
right?
Watchmen, pretty much.
It's pretty much it's like Watchmen. They do what they want. They don't follow rules. So this might be a good thing. I'm not sure who's gonna write this project, but this is more or less if James Gunn was gonna I don't know if he's gonna be directing anytime during his co-chairman, whatever he is. I don't know but this might be a project that's suited for him to direct. So next one up is called Paradise Lost, and this is gonna be
The Mascara.
This is gonna be Game of Thrones-esque, where this predates Wonder Woman. This is gonna be hopefully, I think Fresh Prince did mention this in the show on that quick recap, that quick reaction, that this is probably when they get sent to the island.
It has to be.
So
it has to be the drama with the gods and all that. It has to be. There's no other way you can
that'd be really dope.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because with the whole chapter being called Gods and Monsters makes sense to have gods, right?
Yep.
This is gonna be God central.
Well, I mean, in the DC universe, I mean, they kind of see the heroes as gods.
That is true, sir.
So,
but don't rain on our parade. We're gonna get other gods.
We're talking about the actual gods, though. The
Get the
Pantheon.
real
The Pantheon.
Oh man, I'm not like 100% like up on this character. I know that he is a very like obscure character. Booster Gold is something that's being dropped, and I know Red they mentioned this a while ago. Like this is something that they should make, or this is something that might be coming up down the pipe.
Yo, I said when I first heard James Gunn taking over DC, I say yo, Booster Gold is gonna be his shit, yo. Like that's his wheelhouse right there.
Can someone elaborate who Booster Gold is? Because I don't.
Yo, he's a mofo from the future that uses like tech and gadget. He's posing to be a hero in like the present time, but he's like a hero historian. Like he studied heroes so much in the future that when he went back in the past, he started pretending.
A security guard?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was like a security guard in like either the Flash Museum or like or one of those super.
And like he stole tech. Basically, he stole tech and then he went back in the past. And like back in the past, he's posing as a hero there, like he's a superhero. But that's why like you get like some real points like when the Blue Beetle befriended Booster Gold, and then he leaves like I think he died or something. He said, "Yo, take care of Jaime Reyes." Well, I forgot what story arc that was when he said, "Take care of Jaime Reyes," and then like and that you're a true hero or something. Because I think he knew like who he really was, and he said, basically, don't doubt yourself. You're a true hero. Like Booster Gold he's mostly comedy though. He's most of his shit is just comedy.
The character already appeared in Smallville and Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Legends of Tomorrow makes sense.
Yeah,
because that's his wheelhouse. He deals with time, like time traveling and shit.
So who do you James Gunn said this a while ago, like he's gonna start bringing people that he loves to work with over to DC. Who do you see playing
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's him. Like that's all him. And like the one thing that that he did mention again is the imposter syndrome, right? So that's the realistic aspect that you can hit that show with, right? You can hit it with all the comedy and all that stuff that you want to, but what it comes down to is really the imposter syndrome and the psychological aspect of him. He's a dude that has never been loved, has no one that loves him, and just wants love and adulation. And he's just doing all of this stuff because he wants people to love him. That's what it all comes down to. All the comedy and all that stuff all comes just from that aspect of it. So I think that would be a great role for Chris Pratt. If you're talking about bringing certain characters over, I think that's the good dude you got to go with.
Okay.
Facts.
That makes sense. Do we finally get a Nathan Fillion? Do we get him in a movie?
Nathan Fillion. That's some weight. Nathan Fillion gotta lose some weight.
Your
brother got a gut. Yeah, I saw you in Percy Jackson, Nathan Fillion, when you played Hermes. You had a gut, boy.
He was in he just popped up in the Suicide Squad joint. He wasn't looking too out of shape.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Wasn't he the dude? He was the dude with the arms, right?
Yeah. Detach.
Yeah.
General Grievous.
General Grievous.
You said the dude with the arms.
His body parts.
Yeah, like his arms detach.
Yeah.
Body, right?
I forgot the acronym. Yeah.
Yeah, it was some weird shit. Let me see here. The next one up here is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And
that show you that just got cast as Supergirl. That's just grand opening, grand closing.
Did they say it?
He also didn't elaborate if there's gonna be the continuation to Sasha Kaya's character that she's Supergirl. I'm not sure if she's gonna be the same. Are they gonna recast or
They're
I
gonna
don't
put a
know.
blonde. They're gonna put a blonde hair Supergirl.
Blonde girl.
They're gonna put a blonde hair Supergirl.
That'd be kind of whack, man. Because like we're gonna get a Supergirl right this year, like on the big screen, and they're gonna just fucking recast her. It's fucked up. But it makes sense. That's what DC does, right? DC does what they want to fucking do. They go fuck.
I mean, we had Henry Cavill for one solo movie, and then they recasted him, right? So I guess
what DC realized is that Twitter is not a real place, right? Where y'all can complain, and they're gonna be like, all right, whatever. Yo, because
James Gunn DC. That is.
James Gunn doesn't. He's not listening. I mean, he's gonna probably listen to fans, right? As far as like recommendations or whatever, like fan casting. He loves that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But like as far as like trying to make him change what he wants to do, now he's gonna fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, Twitter was looking crazy. It was like fire James Gunn. That shit had like 30,000 tweets. He don't give a fuck.
Bro, did you hear the new controversy? So apparently Zachary Levi, he said he doesn't back Pfizer. So niggas been hit up James Gunn. Fire Zachary Levi. Fire Zachary. Yo, James Gunn had to put out a statement saying, bro, if I can't fire every actor that says something that I disagree with or agree with. He said, like, yo, just knock it off. I'm not doing it. Basically, I'm not firing him.
And the funny thing is, like, right? All right, so Zachary Levi, he picks the best time, right, to say anything crazy, right?
Bro, they did him dirty. They were doing him dirty though, because like his father just died, and it was like they was even like making fun of that, saying like, oh, if you had back Pfizer, maybe your father would have lived. So they were saying some cold shit like that, bro.
But my thing is, right?
Crazy.
When did we become a society where we backing big pharma? Where we talking about a side between fucking Pfizer? Like, well, yo, why you not backing Pfizer? Like, it's a fucking big pharma, bro. Who gives a fuck if he doesn't back it?
Marketing,
exactly.
It's a fucking vaccine. He's talking about, and I don't.
Pharma shady, big Pfizer shady. All of them niggas are shady.
Like, and he's probably not even talking about the vaccine portion. He's just talking about the cost of what things cost them to sell to other people. It's not even about taking a shot or not being COVID. Taking the proper steps to fighting COVID. He's not talking about that. He's talking about price points. Where they charging people $300 for something that should be costing
is insane.
The funny shit is we said more than he said, because he only said 2 words. Like somebody else said the comment, and he just said 2 words I'd agree with. Like it must have been like, oh, big facts or some crap like that. It was like something that said, bro, like basically 2 words that said he agreed with whatever the comment said, and niggas lost their mind, bro. Everybody's like, oh, I can't believe he said this. Oh my god. He doesn't back the vaccine. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's this. He's that. Yeah, they don't even know shit, bro.
I tell you one thing, and we could initiate fact checker, right? I don't want to do that just yet. I don't want to use his power for so I can tell you one thing, right? And this is me just saying it. I'm gonna say it. Half those tweets are not from black and brown people, because us people.
Right,
already wary of fucking vaccines, so we don't hold no side to what.
It's not us. It's not us.
We already know, like us Puerto Rican people were already like we was experimented on. Like we don't give a fuck about vaccines. Like who we picking? We just want to live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us have to take it because work, right? You couldn't go to work if you didn't have one. So either you don't get paid or you stand your ground.
And that's how they really pressed a lot of people.
Listen, a lot of us is getting picking each other. The people who took the vaccine were seeing how the people who don't take the vaccine is reacting from COVID. And the people
I'm not gonna front. I was one of those people. I was like, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let's see what happens.
The people who did take the vaccine, they trying to see how the vaccine people is reacting for the vaccine. They look at it. So we all looking at each other with the side eye, like.
Yeah, like I mean, if he was sitting there and saying, don't take the vaccine. Like, then that would have been like, all right, cool. Like, you telling people with your big platform not to take something, right?
Right.
But he wasn't saying like that. But yes, he didn't elaborate. But again, he don't need to elaborate, right? It's his own personal account. But it's always like WB fucking actors, right? They pick the perfect time to say some shit. So, I don't know, man. And mind you, like James Gunn is not big on like cancel culture because again, he
Of
was a
course.
victim of that shit. So
Yeah,
he's
right.
not gonna let his actors go because of some dumb shit like that. Like I think that's why I think Ezra Miller's gonna stay around because he was a victim.
Nah, that nigga needs to go. I don't know, James. He bugging. That nigga needs to go. Like I don't know how you keep that. How you get rid of Henry Cavill?
He probably will.
You keep that little crazy nigga. I don't know.
he did comment on Henry Cavill. He's like, yo, he said WB dicked around Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
They dicked him around, and he was like, he just put a stop to it. He's like, there was no contract signed. Like when he said that he was back as Superman, that was in the guise of Danny Garcia, fucking The Rock's fucking agent saying it's a go. And he didn't say nothing. They was like Warner Brothers didn't sign off. So
that's why he fired her.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he went off and said something that wasn't physically fucking, the ink wasn't dry. So that's why he fired Danny Garcia.
I was wondering why he fired. I was like, yo, it said he fired The Rock's ex-wife, Danny Garcia. Said, fired her. What'd she do? Now you told me this, like it makes sense why she got fired.
Yeah. So
you gotta get clipped after that. You made him look like a fool.
Yeah, made him look like a fool because nothing was. He was like no one. He wasn't hired. Like after the BVS, like they didn't renew his contract, so he was in limbo. But they kept saying, "Hey, no, we'll get you back. What did we get you back?" And he just nothing formulated. But his cameos, supposedly his cameos are still in the Flash, as well as Gal Gadot's cameo and Shazam and the Flash is still in there. So
I thought they took him out.
No, this is gonna be the part of the whole purpose of the reboot.
Okay.
So we're gonna physically see what happens. But wow. I don't know, man. It's crazy. So yeah, Supergirl. What's your thoughts and feelings on this? Like, I'm gonna start with you, Red. Like, how do you feel about this particular run? What, like, the choice they made?
I mean, I don't know who they picking. I don't know if they're keeping the same girl or they're gonna pick a new one. But to me, Supergirl's overrated. Like, yeah, she's a little stronger than Superman because she flew closer to the sun than he did. She orbited more in space closer to the sun, so she ended up being more powerful than he is. But basically, they share the same villains. Like, they don't even like. She doesn't even have her own like little rogue gallery or anything like that. They share the same villains. It's like, so I don't even know how to feel about Supergirl. Who they gonna cast? Who's gonna be her villain? Who they casting to fight her against? Like, I don't know. I just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, and also makes it like, what's happening here? Like, you got Legacy coming out first, right? Are they in the same universe as the Supergirl? Like, does he realize that she's stuck in this Kryptonian fucking island that she's stuck on, and she comes, like, I don't know how that all plays out. It makes, and I get it. The information that was dropped, it was like very raw. There's not a lot of information as far as like the connective tissue between all these fucking movies, but
he doesn't. Superman's not gonna realize anything because it's her that makes him realize that he has a cousin because he doesn't know anything about his family when he comes to Earth. So she's the one that comes after him, and then he realized that he has that, like, that's his older cousin, but she's younger because I think she was in limbo or something, flying around space or something. She never aged. She never aged or anything. While he aged, she stayed the same. So
yeah, the run he was talking about, I forgot the name, the person, Fresh Prince, you probably know who this person is, but like she's stuck on this Kryptonian, on this piece of kryptonite, right? She's like stuck on a.
It was a part of. Well, it depends. Sometimes they say it was part of the planet. Sometimes they say it was like one of the moons that they also had a civilization on. But yeah, it's basically a chunk of Krypton that they was living on. And
then she witnessed a lot of people dying because she never fucking aged, and so she's a much jaded person. So I'm like, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. I'm not really a big Supergirl fan. I don't never read none of the runs.
Yeah, to be honest, nobody's really a big Supergirl fan. Like, she's just there.
Reddit's like nobody don't read this shit.
Bro, it's the truth. Nobody's a big Supergirl fan, bro.
Yeah, And I just never connected with that because I like you said, I felt like her villains were Superman's villains. So it's like it's
Yeah.
the same shit.
Oh,
So,
right.
but I'm sure they're gonna make this shit, you know, good. Hopefully, I'm being very
It's
optimistic.
like the story. It could be a good movie, I think.
Yeah.
But again, I have no basis, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like everything that he's done in the presentation was him giving characters or comic book titles. And that's really where I got my hype from, pretty much, is the titles that he gave. Because it's like that gives you like kind of a theme and a feel or a vibe for what the movie might be like. But then, you know, I guess we can't compare it, but at the same time, when you look at Marvel, they do the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, we got Civil War. That was not Civil War, like whatsoever. Like the vibe and the tone, and I guess the feeling of the original story was there, but it had nothing to do with what the comic book story was about.
It was Civil War light.
Yeah, very light. Yeah,
Civil War light. Yeah.
yeah.
NutraSweet version of Civil War.
Civil War zero. Yeah, Civil War 0 calories.
Right. So yeah, it depends. So we don't know who's gonna write it. You know what I'm saying? But if they do it based off the Tom King run of that book, like that was a good story. Like he said, she was more jaded because she saw majority of her close family and people die like on Krypton before she got away. She does end up meeting like a little girl who's on a revenge. She's on like her own little revenge mission. So it's almost like she becomes a little more like Superman, a little more hopeful in trying to stop this girl from doing what she's planning to do. But at the same time, she shares the feelings with the young girl. So it's like she empathizes with her because she wants to hurt people. She's angry. She feels like she has a lot taken away from her. So in that aspect, she is a little bit different from Superman. So I think if they write it well, it could be a very good movie. But again, that's up in the air because we don't know who's writing it. We don't know what the actual story is going to be about. We don't know who's being cast as Supergirl. So yeah, it's all hyperbole right now. But I hope it turns out to be good.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of like threw a whole bunch of spaghetti at the window and see what sticks and what like gets a really good response, right? And I think a lot of people, it's a mixed bag. There's some folks that really don't like his slate, and there's some people that really excited about the slate. Like I'm being optimistic, and I want to see DC do well finally. So if he has this idea that this is gonna be great, I'm gonna trust his vision. But once I'm telling you, and the fact that Superman is gonna be his first, that's setting the tone. If that movie sucks, bro, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yep.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Exactly. But at the same time, before you go into the last ones, or I don't know how many we got left, but real quick, I think that with all of these, no, we still have some more we didn't go into yet. Well, I'll just throw it out now. I think that all of these selections, even though they're random and a lot of them are deep cuts, all right? I think they all reach and touch different genres and different aspects of the universe. So I think if they start off by doing all of these well, or at least a majority of them well, I think they'll be off to a great start within the next 3 years.
Yeah, it makes sense. And this is only 3 years of project. So who knows? You know what I mean? And the fact that Aquaman is gonna kind of like tee off Superman Legacy, that's crazy, right? Like what's happening in that movie that's gonna tee off Superman?
I was gonna ask if you heard anything about what the movie's supposed to be about.
Nah, I haven't heard anything.
None of y'all?
What, Aquaman?
Yeah, Aquaman 2.
They said it's supposed to be like a brother movie, like him and his brother supposed to be going through like some trials and tribulations together. And then meanwhile, this dusty chick Amber Heard's character is supposed to be pregnant with the baby, with his baby or whatever like that. So it's like they say it's supposed to be like a friendly brother cop movie, like bonding movie. Yeah, him and the brother going out to like handle missions together. That's what they claim it's supposed to be about.
What did you hear, First Prince? Because I feel like you have some information you're saying on.
No, I heard that same thing that he heard a while back, but recently, he did a Variety interview and he was saying that him and his partner basically sat down to write it, and it's like an environmental situation. Like they're talking about they're dealing with the UN and talking about what they're gonna do as far as like stopping the melting of the polar caps. I think something like that. But something that's heavily eco-friendly is what they're doing, is what they're going for with this movie.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense because Aquaman is a very he's a jaded individual too when it comes to like the humans. So like once he takes over Atlantis, he sees the pollution that's happening in the waters and stuff. So he tends to stop like fucking with the humans like that. So I don't know.
So this is funny. This is probably like going to like theories and shit or like conspiracies that what's beyond, the North Pole, right? People don't you can't fly over the North Pole, right? So what if there's a kingdom that's in the North Pole that is being affected by, climate change and things are melting, and by things melting, it will expose this kingdom that, because I think isn't the movie called something Kingdom?
I'm not sure.
So
I don't remember. It was
so maybe there's something that's there, right? Something, there's a kingdom. I don't know.
Yeah, was it Lost Kingdom? Was it the Lost Kingdom or something?
Something about Kingdom.
Yeah, Lost
right.
Kingdom. Yeah, I think it's Lost Kingdom. I don't know. I just made this up. So I don't know.
No, that sounds familiar though. That sounds
Aquaman
familiar.
and the Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, so maybe the Lost Kingdom is the kingdom that's in Antarctica. Was it the North Pole?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Maybe
2023 film Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
We here, so we're gonna timestamp that because if that
was a good one.
Initiated.
That was a good one because I never even remembered the title of the movie.
December 25th.
Yeah, man. So the next project is gonna be Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is gonna be a show, and the person who might be directing this show is James Manfold, which that is a good. Yeah,
nice.
This is the same guy who did
Logan.
He did Logan. He did for Ford versus Ferrari. Is it?
Yeah.
That.
I gotta watch that movie. I've yet to see that one.
He did the Wolverine. I think he just finished doing the Indiana Jones, the latest one that's coming out.
Okay.
So
I mean, he did decent Wolverine, and then in the end he got sloppy, but
yeah, I like that
one.
I did like that one.
For the most part of the movie, he did good.
So that's a good pick because he posted something on Twitter, and it was just the image of Swamp Thing. So people are already like, oh yeah, he's either writing it or he's directing. So and he put like hands like this. So I guess he's getting ready. So
all right.
Next one up here we have what was it? What was it? Commandos. I didn't have
Commandos.
Which ones?
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos. It's gonna be a cartoon. It's a show, and from what James said, that his cartoons, his characters that voice the cartoons are gonna be like in live action as well. They're gonna be playing themselves in live action. So, which I think is pretty cool. And for the last one, right? This is the one that we want to talk about. This is gonna be The Brave and the Bold. This is gonna be the new Batman project that's coming out, and this is gonna be about Batman and his son, his murderous assassin son. Which when I saw the image, I'm like, damn. So if you're gonna have a Batman that has a kid, right? Depending on how old this kid is, I don't know if they're gonna have him super young, because if he's gonna be killing people, they're gonna have 11-year-old, fucking 12-year-old fucking killing people. I mean, they could do it because they did it with X3, right?
Give him 13.
It could be 13. So that means Batman is gonna be somewhat older. It would have been dope if they would have just kept Ben Affleck and he just like boom.
Yeah.
He has a son. Because they never got into that story, right? Like you can easily say he had a thing with Thalia and
well, I mean, they never announced that Ben Affleck is out either.
They never did, and that's why I'm thinking like,
I hope
if from what Jason Momoa was very excited about this news. I think people kind of like more focused on thinking that this is news for him versus maybe news for other people. Like excited for other actors like The Flash, Ben Affleck. So I think we kind of like that shit went over our heads. And I think that if this is the case, if Ben Affleck is still in his Batman and they allow him to like direct his movie, but this version, this might be fucking the best out of the slate.
But my issue.
What's your issue?
We skipping a whole shitload of Robins.
It's cool, bro. It's
No,
cool.
it's not. No, it's not.
It is. That means they already exist, bro. They already exist.
I mean, one is dead. One is dead already. That's Dick Grayson is dead. The suit was there. He died.
And then see, that bothers me because Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne has the best relationship. You say no for Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne's relationship?
No, I'm saying no that Dick Grayson ain't dead. Like, what you mean?
I was about to say. I know you said because I'm saying Dick Grayson.
I'm agreeing with exactly what you're saying, which is why I'm hyped for this because that means we can get what you're about to talk about.
I don't know.
But if they're not rebooting Ben Affleck's Batman, that means his Robin already died.
Yeah, that means Damian Wayne will be the first Robin.
Huh?
If they're rebooting the whole DCU,
that doesn't mean he has to be the first Robin. That just means everything that happened already, and we starting from this point right now. That's how I'm looking at it.
If it's a different actor and they going totally different direction, then I get what you're saying. It makes perfect sense. But if they continuing Ben Affleck's Batman,
you can still do that because they're rebooting the whole universe with Flashpoint anyway, right? We ain't got Henry Cavill no more, right?
No, it's a soft reboot.
All right, go ahead. Y'all say what y'all about to say.
No, it's a soft reboot. So like not every character is being flipped. I don't know how this is gonna work. That's why I'm very excited about this Flash.
This is beyond soft. This is a hard reboot.
Yeah.
Now hard reboot is like
you change everyone. Majority of the cast got changed though, so it's like it's got to be a hard reboot. Cause you got no Wonder Woman, you got no Superman, Aquaman. We don't know his slate if he's gonna be Aquaman after Flashpoint or not. Whatever the Flashpoint situation is going on, we don't know if they're keeping Ezra Miller. Cause they may Flashpoint him out of there, like he runs back, and the next it's a whole different Barry Allen that's there or something like that, like.
If you got Amanda Waller and you have Peacemaker, that's all within that same universe. So it's like there's gonna be remnants of this previous thing. I don't know. Mind you, the information is very scarce. I guess we'll find out when the Flash comes out. But with this movie coming out with The Brave and the Bold, I'm very excited about this shit. A lot of people are kind of like fan casting like the kid from
Umbrella Academy.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, but he's already old, right? He's like 20 years old. By the time this movie comes out, he's gonna be like 25.
Yeah, I was saying
he's not gonna pass as a 12-year-old fucking kid. And
plus, I don't know if he stays as skinny as he is.
But he's not like. I would like them to like cast someone of a like Middle Eastern descent, right? Like someone that has a little bit of fucking color, right? Because his mom is not fucking white. So like.
Well, I don't know, man. They made Ra's al Ghul white. Fucking Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul.
My race ain't white, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, it should be a kid that's like it has to be like somewhat of a mixed kid, right?
Yeah,
a kid that has a little bit.
It should be.
It makes more sense that way, but I don't know, man. That's just me thinking. Like, if it's gonna be, if this guy's coming from the League of Assassins and his grandfather is.
A white kid mixed with a Middle Eastern looks like a Kardashian. Wow. It's the truth.
But the Kardashians, I mean, the Kardashian sister, mine is Khloe. They all like have color. They're not white, so that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm excited, man. We finally getting a Robin. That's what I'm care about. Is like finally getting a Robin.
But I want to hear what. I'm not trying to argue, but I want to hear what Red was about.
You don't argue here, bro.
No, I know. Well, I'm not really trying to debate either, but I was trying to hear what you said. You felt that because they announced that it was going to be Damian, that he would officially be the first Robin, like in that universe period?
I think he's gonna be the first. I think in this movie he's gonna be the first Robin. I think Batman's not gonna have any other Robins. He's gonna find out he has a kid, and he's gonna train Damian Wayne to be the first Robin in this universe.
I mean, it makes more sense for Fresh Prince. Like it maybe already been established, right? You meet this Batman, he already had lost. You know what I mean? Like maybe Jason Todd already happened, right? And Dick Grayson is still alive, right, and kicking.
Yeah, he's in Bloodhaven. He's already Nightwing. Like, I feel like this is a good place to start where you already, because he was definitely talking about the Bat family in that presentation.
Yeah, he said
so the way he was talking, it's like we're gonna start here so we could give everybody that loves Damian what they wanted, and that way we still have everything else already existing out there in the universe that we could just flesh out in the coming years. And that's how it seemed to me.
It kind of makes sense with like all these TV shows that kind of all of a sudden got canceled. All right, so like now you give
Titans,
so you give
Titans need to be canceled. That shit was trash, bro.
But now you're giving the audience like a 3 to 4 year buffer for a palate cleanse. So when you get now we get a new like Nightwing. We're not gonna think about Fresh, like like the fucking Teen Titans. Titans that just happened. So we might get a Nightwing. We might get a Barbara Gordon. Like that's why they kind of canceled the other movie, right? It makes sense. Like now they don't have to tie that to the whole big aspect of shit.
Shit, I really want a Young Justice. Honestly, like that's what I really want. I'm not saying they gotta rush it, but like that's something I really want too.
Yeah, they gotta flesh out a good Justice League first before we can talk about Young Justice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't rush it. But that's what I'm saying. If you have these characters that exist already, like Dick Grayson and certain people like that, we could eventually get a Young Justice. Like I'm for the future. Again, I'm not rushing nothing because I feel like this is a good place to start.
I just want them to put out something cohesive. Like I'm done with, like, to me, I'm honestly done with DC. Like, the niggas is all over the place. Like, yo, I'm that serious, bro. Like, yo, I'm done with DC. They all over the place, bro. Like, when I saw the Zack Snyder verse Justice League, I said, why the hell didn't they keep this? Why did they stray away from the? And then I'm saying, okay, if they go with this, we could possibly get to see a Darkseid fight real soon or whatever like that. No, we're gonna reboot the whole shit. So now I gotta wait forever to see another Darkseid fight. Yo, like, come on, bro. Like,
that shit definitely gonna be like 10 years.
Oh yeah, we're not getting that shit anytime soon, bro. Yeah. I mean, but this story, I haven't read The Brave and the Bold, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to like see if I can just pick that up as well. But I could imagine a movie where Batman is doing his Batman shit, and then like out of nowhere you see his fucking, like, he doesn't know that's his son, but like someone's trying to kill him, right? And he finds out this is like this little fucking kid, and he's gonna be so fucking like you know what I mean, blood hungry for this dude. Maybe his mom dies or some shit like that, and he's like, that's his last mission or whatever, like out of revenge, right? Because based on what his grandfather told him, like, yeah, he's the reason why your mother's dead or some shit like that. I could imagine that probably just will cause like a lot of pain. Like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't even need a mom to die. Dahlia is a messed up chick in her own head.
That's too.
Dahlia said him to go kill his own father. Like,
she's a sworn woman. She's just very sworn.
The fact that Damian even exists is proof enough of how crazy this chick is, bro.
Yeah, because it definitely was great.
Word.
It was great.
Word.
It was a consensual.
Yeah, man. He's stupid, man. It just went. I just caught on what you just said. I'm like,
because you gotta be careful when you say that word on YouTube.
Yeah, but that shit got over my head, bro. I was like, yeah. I can't say it, but it rhymes with smishmortion. She should have a smishmortion. I'm like, whoa. That's crazy, man. Yeah, but I'm excited about that project. Yeah, I'm a big Batman fan, and I would love to see like something that I just want to see a project that come out. We got BBS, we got Justice League, but we don't have like a Batman project, like Batman. And I'm talking shit. We just got the Batman. I don't really look at that as a.
I was about to say, were you sure about that? I was the whole Johnson. Are you sure about that?
No. That's how far removed that movie is from me, right? Like that's not on my Mount Rushmore as a fucking that I was able to fucking delete that out of my head. Like, yeah, the Batman.
Really, you didn't like the Batman?
I didn't mind it, but I didn't really care too much about it. Like, I really, you know what I mean? It's all right. It's
I guess the only excited part of it was the car for that, huh?
The car was the only thing I loved. The Batmobile, and I hated that initially. And when I saw it in there, I was juicing up.
I can't forget that. It's like it's still in my head. I look over to my left. It's for. Oh my god!
Yo,
so you really not gonna like part 2 then?
No, I mean I'm sure. The Batman movie was a good movie as far as like storytelling shit, but like I still felt like it wasn't really like Batman. Me personally, I just didn't feel like it was like.
You felt like it wasn't Batman?
Nah, I just felt like it was just a guy in a suit, right? That just was like solving easy ass puzzles.
I don't know, man. I felt like this movie was more Batman than any other Batman movie we ever got.
Yeah.
Like the shit that he was dealing with in the Batman was more like shit that Batman would be dealing with if he was in real life.
Yeah, and just I didn't connect with this character because I felt like he was more like Batman and never like we didn't get the Batman Bruce Wayne kind of aspect. It was like always Batman. Yeah. And I get it was hard for him to kind of like wean himself off of just being the Dark Knight. It was like, all right, cool, let's get something else. Like he was brooding the whole entire time. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But like I didn't hate the movie. I bought it twice. I have it both on fucking. I got the Steelbook. I got the other shit.
Well, I mean, for the brooding part, because we got this is still a young Bruce Wayne, so he's not good at hiding his emotions just yet. You know, he's still
crazy emo.
Shit is still fresh on him.
He was definitely emo, man. He was definitely emo. Word. But like the second one might be better. I mean, some more like character development, growth, and shit like that. And I might just like it. But it's not like on my Rushmore.
Because when Bruce first came back to Gotham, and he first donned the suit as the Batman, he was more vicious than the later year Batman that he becomes in his later years. Like he was more angry. He was roughhousing niggas. Like it wasn't pretty. When he first signed up as Batman, started the suit as Batman, it wasn't pretty. It's kind of like when he was brooding. He was mad all the time. And now this Batman that's going through the years, the Batman we know now, he's like more laid back because he's got more time to process and deal with his emotions of what he was dealing with, early in his life. But this one is still angry about what happened to his parents. Like he's like, yo, these motherfuckers killed my parents in the alley. I'm about to fuck this whole city up.
I feel like that's another good reason why we need actual Robin, because then we'll get the Batman that I guess we all looking for, right? The one that's a little bit calmer, because it's like, all right, especially with Damian, it's like, yo, this dude is wilding. Like, I'm going to have to make sure I'm not wilding, because the littlest shit I do, he going to take that as a green light to start losing his shit. So, I don't know. And being a father now, it's like, yeah, I need that. Like, yeah. I've been needing this for so long.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just didn't really connect with this Batman. Like, if you was to like think about like the other Batman movies, right? How many times have you watched like the replay value of a movie, right? Like I've seen the Batman once. Don't even care to see it again.
I won't blame you. It is a watch. It's 3 hours, so I mean, it's a long watch. Like it's really hard to sit there like just give 3 hours of your time to a movie like just like that. Like I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, but I don't watch Lord of the Rings all the time either. For the super fact that it's a long fucking movie. I choose to watch it. Pick special occasions when to watch it, like during the holiday season or Thanksgiving or Christmas Day or whatever. I choose to sit and watch Lord of the Rings or the Harry Potters and all that. because those are something it takes a long time to get through. So like I get it. I get it why you're not watching the Batman every day. It's 3 hours.
No, but I'm
3
saying
hours
like,
is hard to find
even
time.
like even movies that you like and enjoy, you could watch it in parts, right? Like, oh, I'll watch it here and I'll come back to it. Like, I really haven't even like. There's no resume on the Batman for me. Any platform. Like, it doesn't say like you want to finish watching. So it's never hit resume and never even started it. Like versus
how many times have you watched Endgame?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I love that movie, and that's another one I have not really like.
I watched Endgame. I probably watched Endgame. I went to the theaters twice to see it, and I saw it like on my couch, maybe like I would say 6 or 7 times.
And Endgame is watchable if you just skip like the beginning part and you go right to where you start doing the time traveling.
That's true. But I could sit there and watch it.
The beginning part is just pure talking. It's just all talking.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't like when they jump Thanos, bro?
I love that part. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. He's just trying to be a farmer, bro. He's just trying to make some fucking soup.
Man, we're chilling. I won.
That's it. After you skip
after that part, I'm just trying to get
after that part,
foreign avocados after some genocide.
That's it. After that part, you skip that part and you watch the rest of the movie. You skip to the time traveling part. That's it.
Nah, I feel you though.
Oh shit! Because I think Man of Steel, right? Isn't Man of Steel like 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that?
It's 2 hours to change.
So like the Batman is only like a 15-minute difference.
Batman was over. I think it went over 3.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, those are 2 totally different movies.
Batman was definitely Man of Steel was.
I'm initiating fact checking right now.
Man of Steel was a way shorter movie than the Batman. The Batman was still going on. Even when I thought it was done, I went to go use the bathroom, came back, and there's still more movie going on. I said, "Yo, holy shit, this shit's still going on."
2 hours and 56 minutes. So with the credits being taken off, probably like 2:54. It's pretty long.
The Batman, right?
Yeah.
Bro, cause they caught Riddler, and I'm saying, okay, he caught Riddler. This shit's about over. No, there's still more shit going on.
That shit was still going. So
I didn't even expect that stadium shit. That was a whole nother extra.
Word.
That was like a director's cut. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was a good movie. It just didn't resonate with me. Like it was a good story, but just all right, cool. Like it happened. It's there. If I see the second one, it's great. Shit. Let's do it. Like I'm here for any kind of Batman stories, but like I really want to see like Damian Wayans come like on the big screen, like be shown in the big screen.
I need that.
Like that'd be crazy to see that shit happen. Like finally.
Word.
I
need the katana and all that, James. Don't come with no BS, man. I need the katana and all that.
Hood or no hood?
Hood. You crazy? Hooded. What? Hooded with the katana.
I know a lot of people love Damian Wayans. Like a lot of people like they consider him like the best Robin, but for me, like the best Robin, I just like the metamorphosis between this Robin, but for me, it's like Jason Todd because Red Hood is like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like him too. I like Red Hood too.
I don't know if we're gonna ever get that. We got that in the TV show, and that shit look weird. My man's helmet was mad brolic. Yeah. He was mad short. I'm like, bro,
that was.
You don't look fucking Red Hood.
I know the best Robin to me.
Let's hear it. When he said, before you say it, when he says to me, it's controversial. He's like, to me,
it's Carly.
To me, the best Robin is Dick Grayson. Yeah. Dick Grayson.
Fresh Prince is mad quiet right now.
No, I'm not tight. I didn't want to cut him off.
You turn this camera up. I can't even see your face.
No, because
I know, right? My bad.
Dick Grayson was the he was the one that started off. He's the one that kicked off the whole Robin thing.
Yeah,
he's the one that showed Batman that he needed a sidekick. My man had no armor. The rest of these Robins were wearing armor, bro. This nigga was out there with some shorts in a fucking t-shirt. Bro, he was out there with some shorts and a t-shirt with a freaking line mask that was covering his face around
Mad
here,
bright,
bro.
mad bright. Like, go ahead, go distract him real quick.
Go distract him while no, he's over here doing acrobats and shit over bullets and shit. While Batman's just looking in the shadows, grabbing people up. Like, bro, that's the best Robin, bro. I'm sorry, man. The best Robin is Dick Grayson, and that's why he became such a badass as Nightwing. When these Robin become Nightwing, he's a badass, bro.
What's your favorite Robin, Mr. Soul?
My favorite Robin? That was Dick Grayson.
Wow, look at that. I mean, we all have a favorite. See, that's why the show is so dynamic. You know what I mean? We all have our little favorites, man. So me, Red Hood, and Damien, and then two Dick Graysons.
Damn,
I mean,
no
all good
love
Robins.
for Tim? No love for Tim?
Although I think that's Batman's favorite Robin.
Tim, right?
Tim Drake is Batman's favorite Robin.
Because I think, all right, that's the thing. Like, if I take myself out, right? If we take biases out, you got Dick Grayson would be the best Batman, right? Would be the best predecessor to Batman.
To take the call, yeah.
Right.
Batman, yeah.
Right. The moral standpoint, yeah.
Right. Then you have Jason. Jason is like the epitome of his dark side. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he reflects in a Robin. Then you have Tim, who is the detective side. He is the best and the smartest one out of all of them.
Yeah, he's so smart that even Batman said he thinks he's a better detective than him.
Yeah. And then you just have the blood in Damien. Damien's always been my favorite though. Like, I know a lot of people hate him. They call him a little dipshit or whatever the case. But that's my favorite.
That's my guy too, though. All right, that's like he's up there. Like it's neck and neck with him and Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't like Jason Todd didn't listen, man. Jason Todd is a hard-headed motherfucker, bro.
And that's why I feel like I was more like me as a kid growing up, like not being a hardhead, right? Never listen to your OGs, right? And just doing dumb shit and then getting caught up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more than freaking that crowbar cracked upside his head over and over, man.
He got caught up and he got crowbar and got blown up.
No, crazy.
Damn. Yeah, Jason been through it, man.
And got resurrected and not been himself.
Word.
He's the only one that got picked up to be a Robin doing criminal shit. He's trying to steal the tires off the Batmobile.
What?
Fucking knucklehead, man.
Criminal, bro.
Yeah.
Criminal.
I know.
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
But I will say I like Red Hood though. Red Hood is one of my favorite Bat family members though. So
yeah.
So I'm happy he grew into Red Hood, but like his Robin head was like, come on, man.
Yeah, terrible.
Like people didn't even waste no time to say kill him, bro. They was like, yo, should we like?
Yeah,
they had to vote. There's like Jason Todd, live or die. Everybody was like Caesar. It was like
Canceliada. Canceliada.
Yo,
No wanted.
They said that shit was almost unanimous. Everybody was like,
yeah, that shit was
kill him.
horrible, bro.
He was the only one in the Bat family that had a Glock, bro. 2 Glocks. My man was just shooting people. No guns.
Wild, bro.
Man.
Wild.
He was the wildest one, bro.
They're all Batman sons.
Word.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't have a really good track record on raising children, man.
Nah.
Nah, ACS would have been at his door.
Child endangerment. I told you.
A constant child endangerment. So.
Child endangerment, bro.
This guy.
So how much sleep does a child get at night? Oh, he's out with me patrol.
Yeah, word. We on patrol.
What? Patrolling.
Word. When does he sleep? We take power naps. 15 minutes. Talk about.
Hey, he still got to go to school the next day. Shit, yo.
He's getting constant schooling. 24 hours a day. He's learning from me.
Yeah, I don't think they ever dove into that kind of shit, right?
No,
like,
Damon don't go to school, but Dick Grayson did go to school. Dick Grayson and the rest of them went to school. And that's how him and Barbara Gordon was like close and shit, because they were going to the same school.
It sounds like a good CW show. Like,
I'm surprised
nothing,
they didn't make a CW show out of it
like
already.
no crime
They
fighting.
would've
Just
killed
that
They
school
would have killed
aspect.
it.
Just the school aspect.
I'm surprised they didn't make a CW show out of it already. Yo, like
For real.
Gotham High.
No,
Oh my
didn't
God,
they try to do that? Didn't they try to do that where it was like Batman and it was like, yo, I swear, I gotta look this up.
I
I
would
swear
hate
they
that.
tried to do this,
I would hate that.
and I think
Gotham High.
Oh no, my fault. I think it
coming
was a
out this
comic
fall
run.
on the
My bad.
CW.
I think it was a comic run that they did where they was like kids, and that shit tanked real quick. And I don't think they ever did it again.
I had the only visual right now when he said Gotham High. I'm like, oh my God, no.
Coming this fall on the CW.
Not that, like that's exactly what it was. Like crazy.
So Smallville.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that they're gonna de-age everybody to put them in that damn high school. They're gonna have Nightwing in there. They're gonna have Barbara Gordon in there, and they're gonna de-age Cyborg and put him in the fucking high school.
Gonna be a freshman.
Yeah, they're gonna have a sport rivalry where Gotham goes against Smallville High.
You're gonna take Billy Batson and put him in the freaking high school too.
Oh my God.
Everybody's gonna go to Gotham High School. Like
my man Dr. Fate is the principal.
Oh God, please no. Oh my God. I was watching when I finished the Teen Wolf movie, which is not bad. Pretty good.
Hello.
Yeah,
It was up, Julie. So yeah, movie's not bad. But what I've noticed, right? And I'm like, because it's been a minute since I've seen the show. One of the actors, like he looks familiar. And when I looked him up on what's it, the IMDb shit, the kid that plays Liam is the kid that played the young Clark Kent in Man of Steel.
Oh wow.
Oh, the one that which one? The bullied one? The one that was hiding in the closet, or the one that was like he squeezed the gate when he was getting bullied and shit?
The older one?
The older one
that saved the bus.
The one that saved the bus, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty. Like I didn't even think about it. I mean, I guess because he was so much younger, but yeah, he played a young Clark Kent.
Oh shit! Damn, he grew up mad.
Really? That showed Man of Steel? When did Man of Steel come out? Holy shit!
Well, yeah. I was about to say. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Man of Steel came out in
come
2013.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Oh yeah, that's 10 years.
Yeah, it's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, he could play Superman now.
Yeah, facts. Now, honestly,
Might
looking at him, I would take him as a Superboy. Honestly.
See, and this kind of like plays it off like, so if you have Damian, does Superman has a child?
He's supposed to. They're the same age.
Jonathan.
So what are we doing now? We're gonna have a super. That's why we thinking like
that's what I was saying about legacy, man.
I'm like, yo, you have a kid, so like you have super.
But see, it's weird. This is where it gets weird, right? So DC Comics, right? They kind of messed up. So when they had New 52 and Damian Wayne and everything like that, they had a New 52 Superman, and he was dying. And then some weird shit happened where like the classic Superman came.
He's back at it.
And then for some reason, he kept the New 52 Superman's memories. So he knows all of like the stuff that the New 52 Superman knows. But to the New 52 Batman and Wonder Woman and the rest of them, they don't know him. He's a different Superman. You know what I'm saying? And he's the one that has the son, Jonathan Kent, that becomes friends with Batman's Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Because he's the classic Superman that we grew up. He's the classic Superman that we grew up knowing.
Yeah,
he's not the New 52 Superman.
Right.
Yeah,
they would have to explain all of that if they start going.
Yeah. But they're not going to explain all that. But that's where the whole Jonathan and Damian relationship comes from.
Right.
Wouldn't it be neat to have a fucking Super Sons fucking movie? That'd be fucking great.
They just came out one though.
Well,
live action.
Live action would be fucking nice.
But I kind of like that, you know. I kind of like it's weird though, because like they come to him, it's like, oh, we need your help. We don't trust you, but we need your help. And he's like, all right, let me go get my cape. He's like, let me go get my cape. I'm not your enemy, so you're gonna learn to trust me one day.
That's crazy, man.
But nah, Superman's my guy, man. I like Superman. Superman and Batman, those are my two I've been rocking with since I was a little kid in DC comics and shit.
I think this project is gonna be good. If this is gonna be the first one to start off the whole slate of new shit, that means he has very high confidence about this movie.
Right.
It's to set this to be this could have been easy like the last movie. Like give some time, right? But if this is the first one, I mean, there's a lot of confidence riding behind this, and he probably has a really good story behind it that hasn't been told, right? Because even though it sounds like this is something we heard already, but I'm sure James Gunn he does well with like character development and fucking bad fathers and shit.
And that's a bold move too, bro, because like you said, we have been going through this Superman conversation for, I don't know, for pretty much probably all our lives, right? So, especially with it getting this deep with Cavill and all of that right now, and then you like, nah, I didn't even cast nobody yet, but this is going to be the first one that started off. Like, that's a bold move. So, it's like, he has to have some type of confidence in what's going on with his story right now.
I'm a fan of the Trinity. I like them all equally. Like, I don't put one above the other in my favorite category. Even though they do Wonder Woman dirty now with the movies and shit, but like,
they already fucking spoiled the trailer to Shazam, the Japanese version already spoiled fucking Wonder Woman.
Word?
Yeah, they show it.
Wow.
How do you show that, man?
Wow.
They show her gauntlet. They show the gauntlet.
That's why you were so confident earlier when you said like, yeah, she's still in the movie.
Yeah, she's still in it. They said they removed her cameo, but the trailer shows her gauntlet and a fucking tiara. So she helps. So I guess she's helping Shazam in the.
She would have to. That's the only thing that made sense to me. Him fighting the gods like that, fighting the daughters of the that was the only.
He's fighting the Greek gods, so yeah, it makes sense that she would help him fight the Greek gods.
Wow, bro, that's horrible. Damn.
I'm telling you, man, if she comes out and she has the fucking like her theme song come out, like the original shit, that's just gonna get people hyped, bro.
They better.
I watched Shazam like 2 days ago, and I'm like, yeah, this movie's not too bad. Like it's a goofy movie, but it's like it understands itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm ready to see the second one. I'm ready to see because there's some new footage that I saw and it was much better. I'm like, it looks good. Yeah, so yeah, she's back. She's definitely back. Yeah, man. So that was pretty much it for the recap for the slate. There's other things. Are you guys gonna interested in seeing that M. Night Shyamalan movie with Dave Bautista?
I was gonna see it till I found out it was M. Night Shyamalan.
Yo,
wow.
Listen, I really listen. And
what do you mean? What's with the?
I'm surprised.
You don't like M. Night Shyamalan?
Have you not seen his track record? I mean, I liked him in the beginning, but then like he started coming out with some shit after that. You're like, I don't mean shit in the good way either.
I don't really know the critics that I follow. Like normally, if they like something, I kind of like we kind of fall in the same line. So Jeremy Johns didn't hate the movie, and I would thought he was gonna go ham on the shit. So I'm like, maybe there's something, but the premise of the movie sounds crazy, right? Like you have these strangers that show up at a house and like, hey, listen, you gotta sacrifice one person out of this house, and that will stop the fucking apocalypse from happening. I was like, that sounds crazy, but like M. Night Shyamalan, there'll be a twist that we won't care about. So I don't know. Maybe
he'll have you watch the whole movie and you think the apocalypse is happening. The next you know is like it's just a part of it's a part of people's delusion. Some shit like that. Like it's not really no apocalypse happening. Like that's the way M. Night Shyamalan go. And bro, listen. I'm not even gonna go there with him. And don't get me started on how he made me sit there and watch Avatar.
That one I'll give you. That one.
I don't know why he did that, because that's not like his niche, like his niche.
Bro, I'll crack him up. I'm gonna crack him upside the skull. I still owe him for Avatar, bro. I still owe him.
I still like him though, man. Like, yes, it could be hit or miss, but at the end of the day, I still like him. Like, you got you got Signs.
Bro,
You
what
got
was the one with, what was the
Israel.
one with the freaking trees were killing people?
The Happening? Yeah,
The Happening.
that was a miss. Yes, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, that was a miss. Yeah. So you got that one. you got Avatar, right? What else? I'll give you Lady in the Water if you didn't like that.
Lady in the Water was my shit.
Exactly. That was my shit too. But people complain about it. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I like M. Night Shyamalan, and I can agree sometimes he got misses, but
The Village?
I rock with him, bro. I rock with him.
The Village?
Huh?
The Village?
I like The Village.
What?
That twist was bullshit. It's like I don't see where y'all. That was crazy.
What?
I didn't
You
expect
like
that.
The Village?
But
Nah.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna take away my enjoyment or whatever I went through going through the movie just because the twist was bullshit. I'll give that to you. I seen it and I was like, yo, this twist is bullshit. But I still enjoyed my experience going through that movie. So again, I can go with people and say like, yeah, like it's hit and miss, and yeah, all of them are not 100%, but I still, for the most part, enjoy my time watching his movies.
My thing is, The Village would have been good if they didn't reveal the threat to be human based very early on.
Right.
Because once that illusion went away that it was not a real monster, I'm like, yeah, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
And they let you sit on that for like a good hour. So it's like there was really no threat.
So after Earth? You like After Earth too?
I never seen After Earth. Is that the one with
that
Will
was
Smith?
his?
Yeah.
That was bad. Will Smith and Jaden?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That was M. Night Shyamalan?
I didn't even know that was him. I didn't even attribute that to him. I attribute that shit to Will, bro. Like, I attributed that whole shit to Will, bro.
That was full creativity.
That was.
He did all that.
The Happening.
That was Will,
that's
bro.
the name of the movie, the trees and shit. The Happening.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
The Happening.
The Happening with Mark Wahlberg.
The writing, the acting was all bad. I felt like they shot it in one take. He's like, what's happening? The trees. Yo, my man John Leguizamo fucking went out like a fucking punk. I'm like, yo, bro.
I didn't see Old, so I'm not gonna judge Old. I didn't see Old.
I have not seen Old either.
So I didn't watch that yet either. I gotta watch that. But let me see. Let me go through it since y'all going through it too. Let me see.
But like for me, I don't know. Being locked on the island, you just aging on the island is kind of crazy though. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They keep giving this guy movies, right? So I think the studios love him. I don't know what it is.
Bro, the smartest thing he did was he created a sequel for Unbreakable, yo, with Split.
That's what I'm saying. That whole trilogy was popular.
Split and Glass.
So Unbreakable, Split, Sixth Sense, Glass.
I didn't see
Signs was my shit.
What was that?
Signs, Lady in the Water was my shit. So that's 6 movies that I like already. The Devil I liked.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's 7.
You think he's all that?
I like that movie. I didn't know that was him.
I did too, but I didn't know that was him.
Wait, you lie. Hold on, he directed this fucking movie? Nah, he didn't direct it.
I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at, right?
Directed by Robert Askov.
Oh, so why they got that under his?
Maybe he's a writer. Yeah, I don't see it here. I was about to say that's not his kind of work.
That was wild just now.
Because I also see Stuart Little on this bitch too. So I'm like, nah,
right? I'm like, nah, this is crazy. Hold up.
Now the Devil was my shit too. Like the Devil was not. It was not crazy like storytelling, but it was kind of like it was scary.
It was suspenseful.
Yeah. But After Earth, nah, I can't. Wait, did he really direct After Earth?
Yes, he did. And then I said,
yo, Fresh's life looks shook.
But hold on though, because I mean the visuals in that movie was crazy. So again, he didn't write that shit. He just directed it. So I'm gonna give him a pass on that one.
You want to go based on M. Night Shyamalan movies that's been directed and written by him.
I mean, that's what we're talking about, right? Like his stuff, right?
Like his stuff.
With the twist and all that.
I'm talking about shit he
stuff.
directed. I'm talking about shit he directed.
No, but you was talking about like the twist that he has in his movies. That's
I said the last Airbender shit, and he didn't write the last Airbender.
Huh?
I said the last Airbender was shit. He didn't write the last Airbender. He just made the movie for it.
So then I put that one on the writer too. I thought he wrote that shit. I blame that shit on him too.
No, last Airbender was an anime before. He just did the adaptation.
No, I know, but who wrote the movie though? Is what I'm saying. I know it was an anime. That's might be one of my favorites of all time. Like, but who actually wrote the movie though?
Written by M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So that one's on him. That's him. Like
he took all the source material that he could have got from the show.
That's crazy. You had everything you needed, bro. He killed me on that one. He killed bro.
Are you defending him? Are you defending him or attacking? Because right now it don't seem like you're defending him anymore, yo.
No, listen. I'm defending the fact that I like the majority of his movies, is what I'm saying. But I already agree with you. Yeah, that Avatar shit was blasphemous, bro. Like, nah. that Avatar is one of my favorite animes of all time, bro. Nah, he fucked that shit up.
That was the quickest flip, yo.
No, I didn't flip. You can rewind this. Go back. Take it back. Take it back.
Yeah.
I know what I said.
Damn, bro.
Yo, listen, man.
Yeah,
he's 50-50, man. I don't feel like flipping a coin when I go see the movies, man. Like, because either gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad. There's no in between with him, yo.
And I understand people saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm a little bit more than 50-50 because I like a couple more other movies than the majority of people do. So that's all I was saying. I never said that. I already agreed with you in the beginning. He destroyed me with that Avatar shit.
Sounds okay. Unbreakable, okay. I'll give Glass.
Yeah, I'm only at 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 5 movies out of the freaking 13 that he has.
6, 7.
That ratio ain't ratio.
I did like Unbreakable.
Nah, you saying 13 though, but all those 13 weren't written by him though, is what I'm saying.
Those are all his movies.
So all right. So all the movies that I like of him, he wrote. So he wrote Signs. He wrote Unbreakable. He wrote The Village. He wrote Lady in the Water. He wrote The Happening, Last Airbender, Devil, After Earth, After Hours, The Visit, Split, Glass, Old.
So he wrote all this shit.
Yeah.
You said 5 more.
So like the ratio right now, because he doesn't have like a lengthy directing fucking list. So he has like I think 12 movies, 13 movies, 18, and I like 7 out of 18.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember he was getting movies for a while because people weren't fucking with his movies.
Mm-hmm. And also like the show that he directed that survived 1 season, Wayward Pines. That was my shit.
He wasn't getting a lot of directing roles because people weren't fucking with his movies like that.
Man, he got a movie. Someone always invests in him. Mm-hmm. Lady in Water was my shit. A lot of people didn't like that shit. That was one of my favorite. I could watch that movie whenever.
I like that movie, man.
Well, that's the movie where the guy fell in love with his swimming pool, right?
Yo, when you break it down like that, bro.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's how people talk.
Well, that's what it's about, right? That's the movie the guy fell in love with his
when he over, I hate when he
HonestTrailer.com.
When he oversimplifies the plot, that shit really fucking grinds my gears, bro. Because it's true.
You take away the fact that like every character in that movie legitimately is a character from like your writing class. Like when they teach you to write, like you need this. Like literally every character represents one of those tropes in that movie for a specific reason. Like you got the retarded dudes that they got around there. That's the guild. That's the audience speaking to You know what I'm saying? So when you start breaking down the movie,
we just lost the 200 and something subscribers.
You gotta say mentally ill. Mentally ill.
We don't use the R word.
Not the R word, bro. Not the R word.
Listen, my fault, YouTube. Yeah, a little too.
Nah, I thought that's YouTube, bro.
No, I'm saying y'all as in the community, like.
What community, bro? You better clean that shit up.
We just lost our community.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Now we got to
what does that mean? Does that mean something specific?
Huh?
Is that a specific?
Yeah, it's a derogatory term for mentally ill.
Yeah, there's certain things you can't say on YouTube. You can't say the R word. You can't.
No, I'm saying the community. No, I understand that. I'm saying the community.
Is there a
mentally, like I'm talking about certain people.
Oh,
I ain't gonna say because I want to keep cracking jokes, but I'm gonna end it here.
That was good.
Really get demonetized out here, so let me chill.
We haven't monetized yet, so we good. We got time.
Yeah, word. We got time to clean it up. You got to clean it up before we monetize.
Word, right?
Oh man, that's just too funny, man. Yeah, so like I'm not Shyamalan, man. It's a 50-50 with me. For me, it is. For me. Damn.
I'm not sure. Yeah, like I say, it's 50-50. Yeah, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad.
Damn, the Bat Family here. Somebody just
I only like 5 of his movies, so I mean it's not a good ratio for me, but other people love his shit. Like there's people that love all his movies. So I mean, that's the one thing about movies. It's subjective.
That is true. That's 100% true. Let me see. Let's imagine we get this shit in live action. Let me see if I can pull this shit up.
You never watched Last Airbender or Avatar, the blue people? Which one are you talking about?
I think she's talking about The Last Airbender. That's horrible.
Don't.
If she's never watched The Last Airbender, I envy her. I wish I I wish I never laid my eyes on that movie.
Yeah, the fact that you haven't watched that shit is kind of like, I'm jealous that you haven't experienced.
I never really watched the anime, The Last Airbender, to this day, and I saw the movie, and I was just like, this. Even if I haven't seen the anime, I was like, this is not right.
It definitely has like
I was like,
it definitely has Dragon Ball Z vibes.
This is not okay.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Evolution, you mean?
Dragon Ball Evolution, my bad.
Bro, Goku was in high school. That was enough for me, bro.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was enough for me. They put Goku in high school. That was enough for me. I was like, okay.
I was like,
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna greenlight this movie. We're gonna have somebody write this shit. All right, person's writing this shit. Like, here, mad source material. 15 years worth of source material. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
Yo,
I'm
you talking about the anime or the movie? Because you kind of bugging right now. You talking about the movie?
I love
she said she didn't see the blue people. All right, we good. We good.
No, we off that. We talking about this Last Airbender thing right here now. Like,
all right. That's what I needed to see. I don't have to disown you. All right.
You're saying a lot of the controversial stuff right now, right? What's going on here?
Yeah, she's keeping the blood pressure up a little bit. From her last visit.
Oh, word, right?
Last time
cartoon.
Cartoon. I redact my Steam.
You scared me for a second. I thought you talking about the movie. I'm like,
yeah. That's probably the only animation that I wouldn't consider that anime, right? Is it anime?
It's my son was arguing with me. It's technically not, but I consider it anime.
It wasn't illustrated in Japan.
Right.
Yeah,
but
so
when you look at the essence of the show and what everything is based off of, man, that's pure anime right there, man.
Well, the live action Last Airbender is coming out this year on Netflix, so hopefully
I cannot wait.
That's the thing that's happening. Yo, fucking the 90s show. That 90s show got renewed for season 2.
Oh, so people have been watching it then.
Somebody likes it.
I gotta try it out.
Nobody on this channel yet.
Y'all kind of steered me away from it for a little while.
I mean, I never watched the 70s show for me to even start watching that one. So,
facts.
Damn, you said facts. You too?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, I haven't seen every episode, but I've seen
facts, no print.
quite a few, and they're funny.
Yeah, I was a fan.
First
I don't
time.
think I'm gonna watch. I don't think I'm gonna start watching either because I heard one of them dudes is like about to do time for like assaulting women and shit like that. So
really, one of the kids,
the curly hair dude, one of the ones you wear the shades and the curly hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh that guy. Oh, you talking from that 70s show?
Yeah.
The original character, original cast. Yeah, nah, he's finished. He didn't come back for the season. Yeah, man. That's crazy, bro. What else is out there in the world of entertainment?
Oh,
I mean, we didn't talk about National Treasure. We didn't talk about
we didn't talk about The Last of Us.
We don't really get into like National Treasure. We talk about that shit because I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, because I know that you haven't seen it yet. But The Last of Us, we could definitely talk about. I initially when I was watching the episode and saw what I was seeing, what I was witnessing, I went into the chat and I said, "Oh, Red is gonna love this fucking episode." Then I deleted it because I didn't want to like ruin it for him. This show, at first, and again, like I don't have any issues with the gay community, but for some odd reason, for me, because I'm still like growing as a person, whenever I see like male on male, like bearded fucking guys, like it makes me a little uncomfortable sometimes because I'm not really like I'm not in this world as much. So when I was watching, I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. But then when I got past all that bullshit, like my fucking dumbass fucking way of thinking, I saw that it was a really good fucking story. And it was a very like they was able to kind of like really flesh out this character.
Man, Ron Swanson.
Yo, they really fleshed him out and didn't make him seem like just like a crazy, right? Like he had a whole relationship, and they was able to kind of do that in 1 hour and a couple of minutes. Like shit, I would have been good to see like a 2-hour cut of this fucking show.
No.
No. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, man. I didn't mind. When I got past that, I was like, it's a beautiful story, and I'm glad they did it because I know they said it a while. Like this episode is gonna be like a very like far removed concept of The Last of Us because this didn't happen in the game, right? They did insinuate that he had a lover and his lover hung himself and left a note. So they kind of like switched that up and kind of like gave it his own thing. But I liked this episode. It was I almost teared up. Especially at the end, like when Joel got dressed and he took a shower and he came out with the shirt that he wore. Like I was like, oh damn, that's fucked up, man. Like and the whole shit about them kind of like doing a whole like Romeo and Juliet situation in that room, and they're like, yeah, no, the room is locked. We left the windows open so it doesn't smell. And I was like, it was a well put together show. How about y'all? How'd y'all feel?
Oh yeah, I thought it was a really great episode. I did like the story. You know, I really appreciate the actor after Parks and Recreation. Like he kept like the same energy. I was like, yeah, that's some Ron Swanson shit. Like, I enjoyed it.
We're gonna leave the best for last, so we're gonna go with Fresh Prince.
What are you talking? What the hell? What are you talking about here?
Nah, go ahead, Red. Go ahead, Red.
No, go ahead. You called you. Go ahead.
Oh man! All right. Hold on. Let me get back on it. All right, let me do this. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest, right? I came home after work late night on Sunday, and I'm amped. I'm like, all right, let's get into The Last of Us. And then, you know, I'm doing other things. I turn it on or whatever the case may be. And then it's just like, you know, things start going on. They start off with Joel and Ellie, and then it segues off, which was crazy. But I don't want to go too much into that. But that's just minor things that I picked up, me being a man of color. But they segue over to Ron, and I was hyped because I've been waiting to see my boy pop up in the show. And everything is going smooth, and then I'm not going to lie, all right? So let's keep it 100. Everything started going down, and I'm like, all right, like, what's going on? I felt like everything started slowing down for me, right? And I'm not going to give any particular reasons why, other than the fact of, like, I was hyped, and I thought I was going to get an exciting episode coming home from work, and then I got a real slowed down romantic episode. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got through the whole episode and it was like, all right, I went to next week. Okay.
My bad, bro. There's something popped up on my screen.
Return of the Mac. Return of...
yeah, so fucking random.
I got a slow down romantic.
Whoa! That was epic. That's gonna be a part of the clips this week. I already know it.
My bad, bro. My bad.
That's all good. That's what happens when we live. That's what gives the episode that spice. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday, 10 o'clock. Tune in, y'all.
I would definitely go ahead and share this video later with y'all. Something.
So yeah. So anyway, I get through the episode and I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is, right? And then later on, I watch a couple of people reacting to it, and I just see people crying. And I'm like, all right, I don't go through everybody's whole video, but then I see people crying. I'm clicking, I'm going to other people. Yo, I see about 5 or 6 people watch this episode and cry, and then I'm like, yo, like, is something wrong with me? Like, am I coming at, am I looking at this shit in the wrong way, or am I coming at, because I'm not a homophobic type of person, right? It's just like I really just was not drawn into the episode. But watched it again with my son, because my son's been watching it with me. So I watch it with my son, and it's like I don't mind him watching things. It is what it is. Like, this is the real world now, so it is what it is. It wasn't nothing too vulgar, so I didn't mind him watching that. You know what I'm saying? But even he felt awkward. So I'm like, okay, so my child is like me. Like, it's something awkward about it. But at the end of the day, being a man, I can watch this episode and watching it again with my son. I watched it and I'm like, at the end of the day, this is a beautifully told and written episode, right? You can substitute it for 2 men, 2 women, a man and a woman, or whatever, and it's just a beautifully told story throughout. I didn't have a problem with it. If people have a problem with it, like Fresh said, this is something that's alluded to in the game. They just don't flesh it out like that. And being that this is a show, this gives them opportunities to do things like that, which gives more reverence to these characters and other scenarios that they've been going through. Like, that's a wild scenario when you look at it, to go through that, to just look at it from that scenario, right? Forget about just people getting together, right? Look at it as 2 actual gay people getting together, and it's like, what are the chances or the odds of 2 people like that finding each other in this type of post-apocalyptic type environment? The odds are like slim to none, right? So even that in of itself just is a seed to sprout into what turned into a beautiful love story. Regardless of how we want to look at it, it was a beautiful love story that's told. Again, I'm not like everybody else. I wasn't crying, and it didn't draw me to the point that I was about to cry. But at the same time, I can appreciate the story that was told, and it was a beautiful story through and through. I wouldn't tell them to change anything. I felt like it was, and even from like Soul said, Ron Swanson, right? We all waiting for my man Ron Swanson to come in, and it's like, most people look at comedians and they're like, yo, they're just comedians. They can't act. Like, this was a great performance by Nick Offerman. great performance.
I think what really got me, or like I almost a little teared up, was like the tall order that he asked. Like, you know, he was like, I want this to be my last day. Like that was like, and then even at the dinner when he was saying, hey, listen, I've served my purpose. Like you were my purpose. Like I was like, damn, bro, that's deep, right? Because that's like, I'll do the same for my wife too. Like if we like in the same situation,
I was waiting to say that. That's why. Yeah, I don't think the feelings was hitting Fresh Prince like that, because I feel like people who have a significant other who can relate to like losing their significant other in that way and like probably wanting to go out with their significant other in that kind of manner, this episode is going to hit them like hard, like because you're thinking about the person that you love and you're being in that situation. Like if like a single person like me or something is not going to relate to what I just seen. I'm going to look at it and say, yo, this is a very touching and like story that's going on right now, but like to relate losing a loved one, like somebody that you love, that you have a connection with in that kind of way, like I'm not gonna have that relation right now because I'm single. I don't have that person, you know what I mean? But somebody who does, they can see that and they might tear up and get that emotion because they're thinking about their partner being in that situation.
Yeah, because you got the whole the infected, right? But you still got people dealing with like real shit, like people still have like diabetes and AIDS and everything else and cancer and stuff like that, like stuff that they can't get treated. So that's like fucked up. And I felt so bad. I was like, damn, bro, like it changed. Like when they did that 10-year jump and it's like, oh shit, his fucking health just declines. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man. With multiple sclerosis, no joke, man.
Yeah. So right, what was your feelings, man?
Well, I started episode, First of all, I'm gonna say I forgot all about the Bill and Frank story and shit. I didn't, because I played the game so long ago. I don't remember like details of the game. It's like
it's a small part of the game.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna remember every small detail. So I don't remember the Bill and Frank story. I remember like certain things, like when she went into they went into the store and she found an arcade machine, but even though it was a different arcade game, it wasn't Mortal Kombat. Like I remember that being from the game too, where she sees the arcade machine in the store and stuff like that. So I still like little like nods they do to the actual game that they give in the show. I'm not gonna lie, the episode caught me off guard. when it started out, watching, I said, cool. All right, cool. He dropped in a little pit. He saved them. He said, yo, can I get something to eat? I'm starving. He said, cooked them dinner. Well, then I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? After dinner was over, I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on here? He said, oh, look, you got a piano. And then they started playing the piano. And then they're looking at each other. And I said, oh, nah. I was like, oh, nah.
It's going down.
Then I saw him kiss. And I was like, okay, here we go. And then it was just funny to me because he told him, go upstairs and take a shower. And I lost my shit. I just started cracking up.
Okay.
That was funny though. I was like, damn, bro. He's like, yeah, it's been a minute for them.
He said, go upstairs and take a shower. And I will not lie. I saw it when I saw the next scene was him sitting in the bed and him coming out. I fast forward. Because I'm not gonna lie, I skipped past that whole scene. I fast forward, so y'all gonna have to tell me what they were talking about in that bed because I don't know what they were talking about. All I saw when I was fast forward, the nigga head started going down slowly. I said, nah.
Oh, you missed a great conversation. They were talking about who would win, Goku or Superman.
Oh, right. Well, you gotta let me know what they say because I'm not gonna go back and watch that. All I remember the whole time I was watching, I'm like, hey yo, I'm screaming, hey yo, the whole time, like, hey yo. But I mean, all in all, man, like it was a beautiful story. I mean, it was a very touching story. It's like in this post-apocalyptic world where you think you're gonna be on your own, you end up finding somebody that you love and connect with, and like it's crazy that you find love in the strangest places. But I thought this episode did more more than telling of the Bill and Frank story, it told more of like Joel's story too. Because you see him and Tess having dinner with Bill and Frank, and Bill understanding that Tess is the person that Joel cares about and everything like that. And even when Bill leaves the letter for him at the end, and like it's being written down, like say, "Yo, take all my guns, take all my weapons, and protect Tess," or whatever like that. You look at it like, damn, like he failed. He's like, I failed to protect the person that I love. Bill succeeded to protect the person he loved, but I failed to protect the people I love. So now you look at it, he's like, I failed protecting my daughter, I failed protecting Tess, and now he has Ellie that's under his control. So this scene right here is gonna be like, you're gonna see why when it gets down the line, because a lot of people who don't play the game ain't gonna know this, but when it comes down the line, when he goes to the Fireflies hospital and shit, why he makes a decision to do what he chose to do. I'm not gonna say it because people who haven't played the game and they don't know what happens, but you see why he makes his decision of what he does, what he does later on in the show, what he's going to do. And man, I gotta say, it was a beautiful episode. Even though I was cracking a lot of jokes about it, it was a beautiful episode. A bunch of pause moments, but it was a beautiful episode. Like the gunfight scene was crazy though, when they were trying to raid the house.
Yo, that shit was fortified, bro. Like that shit was mad explosions. I'm like, oh, they
yo.
It's like, don't worry, man. He's an electric fence will take care of them. Be good. I thought he was gonna die.
He's like, call Joe.
No one ever went back.
He said, call Joe, let Joe protect you. He said, don't worry about it. The fence is gonna take care of the rest of them. I was like, yo. But he fixed him up. And I mean, once I saw him in the wheelchair, I said, damn, I knew what he caught. I said, he caught a mess, man. Because he couldn't even grab the brush right. He was losing his nerve functions and stuff. I said, damn, that's a sad way to go out.
Yeah. And he was the one that came up with the whole concept of using music in the radio waves. I'm like, well, that's pretty dope. But it makes you think, like in the very first episode, you hear that song play. It's like, who's playing that? Like, who's sending that message out? If it wasn't them, because they've been dead already. Damn, man.
It does make you think who's playing that message out. But it's fucking sad, especially when you come in. I thought they were going to show the bodies, though. I ain't going to hold you.
When the camera's panning back, right?
I thought they were going to show the bodies, yo.
A little bit of me wanted to see the bodies. But I'm glad.
You really want to see? They probably decomposed and everything already, bro.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that shit, man. I think they did it the right way.
Come on, it's a horror movie. You're supposed to see ghosts.
That's what my son was like. Yo, was like, I want to see it. Like, yo, bro, like, it's just a love story. You want to see two rotted ass fucking corpses?
You know what's funny? But imagine they pan back and you just see like the two corpses and they're doing the doggy style before they die. You just see the corpses and
Let me check my subscriber count, bro.
Yo,
guys.
Hey, yo.
We still at 389. We still good.
That'll be an ending for your ass right there, boy. It just go to credits right after that.
Good night.
Oh man, but no, yo, this episode is good, man. This episode, the whole series so far has been good, man. I can't wait to see the next episode because then we get to see the human interaction fights, and this is what I've been waiting for. And from what it looked like in the trailer, it looks like it's gonna happen the same exact way it happened in the game, where the guy comes like, help me.
Yeah.
And he said, we're gonna stop. He said, we ain't stopping.
Oh man.
My man Joel in the game like, we ain't stopping.
What I've noticed about Ellie's character in this one, which kind of is different from the game, she has like a little bit of like demon time in her, bro. Like she's she was doing some like Jeffrey Dahmer shit, like cutting the zombie's head and then stabbing. Like her face, her eyes was like she was enjoying.
I was gonna say that. Like that's why I feel like she's still not Ellie. I don't see Ellie in her to me, because if you play the game, you know that Ellie doesn't start really helping out with Joel in the fights until later on in the game, where she becomes more accustomed. So if you play early in the game where you're Joel and you're like fighting people and you're like taking people out. She's like, "Holy shit, Joel! What you?" She's like, the whole time you killing me, but she's like, "Holy shit!
Yeah,
Damn it!"
I think the first inkling I got from her, like her behavior, is when he was beating that dude's ass, and she was looking like oh, like she was loving it, like yeah, like, that's a little different.
Activated real quick, yo.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so I don't know if this is gonna be like her being fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the sweet innocent Ellie that we get from the game.
Yeah, I have a theory, but I don't even want to say it because I don't even want that to happen. But it's looking. I see the same thing, man. And have you guys watched the directors or the producers like after cuts?
Yeah, I watch what they talk about.
After conversations, yeah. So like, if anybody hasn't seen it, like they're basically talking about how love is a powerful thing, and we always look at love as like love will propel us through, or love is the emotion that will get us through to the right side of everything. But like, this show is basically trying to show you that love can also be a very, very bad thing. And without going too much into it, making this a long diatribe, like that's one thing I'm starting to see with Ellie in a little way, and we'll probably start to end up seeing in Joel, like you said, that's gonna end up in these future episodes with the decisions that he makes. Like, yeah, she's looking like she's ready to like be on some real wild shit right now, and I'm honestly, from like you said, it's not the same as the game, so it's kind of making me excited to see what changes they make and how she is different, because she's playing it very well.
Yeah, because we don't want to, because also
to pop off.
Yeah, because I also don't want to like watch a one-on-one, right? Like a one-on-one, right? Like I want to be able to be surprised, because I don't want to be like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. Like I think the core aspect of it is gonna be the same, and I know what's gonna happen. But I think the stuff in between that A to B should be changed a little bit, so I could be a little more surprised.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, this episode for me, it's a solid like 4.5 for me. How about y'all?
I mean, I'll give it a 3 for the gangster I had to sit through. Other than that, no, I'm just playing. It's like, I give it a 4.5 too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, 4.5.
Damn. All right, I'll give it a 4. Just because, again, like I wasn't engaged, but I do want to say thank you to Red for the statement that you made, because I think that kind of like enlightened me to a little bit more on why maybe I wasn't as connected, is because I am a single man, so I don't have a spouse that I am really connected to like that I could really mirror this situation through. Cause so that's probably what it was. But at the same time, I feel like this was a very, very good episode, very beautiful episode. I just personally felt like I felt slowed down throughout, even through everything that I appreciated about it. I felt like it kind of slowed me down. But yeah, I'm still excited. I'm ready to see what's coming next.
Yep, that's what's up, man. So we're gonna end this episode here. We will have something for you guys, something next week for Untitled After Dark. This is the kind of a theme now. People like it. I've noticed that the last 2 weeks we've been getting over 200 listens per episode. So there's a request for it.
There's a correlation.
Yeah, so that's good. So I mean, we might talk about something after the show. They see how it goes down. We don't like to force anything through, but yeah, man. Again, thank you guys for really supporting us and getting our name out there, because we went like to go up 200 plus subscribers in
You're welcome.
3 days.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep on doing like these like, because I know our show is pretty long and a lot of people don't have time to watch it through, so we're gonna do like a lot more short form clips, so you guys can just watch us in spurts versus watching the whole entire thing. But yeah, thank you so much, and we will catch y'all next week.
Catch you next week. Arrivederci.
Peace out.
You aren't going to say goodbye?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
You don't mean that.
Do you want to say something to the group, Mr. McMurphy?
It's never goodbye.
I'll be right here when you get back.
I love you forever. You hear me? I love you forever. And I'm coming back. He's looking at you, kid.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Please don't go. It's great having you here.